Facebook chat.
Ladies and gents, well, we're going to be starting our live stream in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, hop in this Antito. Welcome again to another episode of the Breakpoint. This is your host, Bach and Den, live from the Northern Mariana Islands. Hope you guys are having a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I hope you continue to stay amazing. So, I'd like to apologize again for last week. We weren't able to start off with the podcast last week because well, you know, flu season's been rampant these days, and your boy got recently hit with a fever, one of the worst fevers of this year. It's not fun. Anyways, I'm back and we're up and running, and I'm really excited for today's episode because we got a guest character on the stream. I'd like to introduce you to my good friend Mellow Mike.
What's up, guys?
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
So, I mean, there's nothing interesting about myself, you know. Yeah, there's not much interesting about myself. Humble, yeah. Humble.
You come to learn you come to learn more about this dude. He's been one of my long-time friends off the cam, and we're glad to have him on the show. He's also a YouTube content creator himself. So like, if you guys want to check him out on YouTube, it is what's your
Mellow Mike 670.
All right, yeah. So if you guys want to check out some more of his content, be sure to check out Mellow Mike 670. All right, and also we have some returning guests here on the Breakpoint. We got our good friend Jet.
Hi, I'm back.
If you guys want to play Fortnite with him, twitch.tv/chowder670. And then we got our, you know him, you love him. We got Arnell.
Hello, guys. At your service.
All right. Yeah, got to see each and every one of you keeps down here on the stream. We got a lot to cover. We got a lot to cover in today's stream, and so I'm glad you guys are able to tune in. If you're watching this off of YouTube and you like what you see, make sure to drop a sub because we usually upload this every Sunday. So if you guys want to check out the latest episode, be sure to check out the channel. All right. And also, if this is your first time here on Twitch, and you guys want to see more of this live, then be sure to drop a follow as well. The thing I find very interesting is with this whole culture, right? In terms of video, it's kind of weird to start off with the community between Twitch and YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you guys have heard recently, but Ninja just started to make one of the biggest moves. Yeah. So streaming, he's gonna be doing multi-platform streaming, which is where he's not only going to stream off of YouTube, off of Twitch, but he's also going to be streaming on other platforms as well. So
Interesting.
yeah. So what's your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's crazy how, like, of course the internet's growing every time. So, everything will eventually be all connected. You have like Facebook connected with Instagram.
That's true.
You have a lot of platforms where they're just merging together.
Mm.
Eventually, I don't know, the metaverse
Bro.
bring everybody together, and that's gonna be really exciting.
The metaverse, man.
That's like player one. Like, that's pretty cool.
All right, this is not the first time that Ninja has left off the face of Twitch. Mixer, rest in peace.
Wait,
Bro.
it's not dead. It just turned to Facebook gaming.
No, it's dead. It's dead.
It just
Shroud said it himself.
It's okay, bro. It just changed it. It just got a makeup change.
But I feel like Loki though, yeah. Make sure it's just like, you know what? Let's put it to like Facebook gaming now.
They did a merger. That's why.
Yeah.
And whatever resources Mixer had, it became Facebook gaming.
It still makes me wonder now, like, would Twitch ever see the day where they won't be the top leading streaming platform on the internet? Because like everybody knows Twitch,
Yeah.
but it's only a matter of time.
Yeah, I mean, they just gotta step it up. Like,
I mean,
it's just the, how do you say this? Like, the diversity, how easy it is to share videos. That's what everybody wants,
yeah.
They post up a video, boom, do you want to share it on Facebook? Do you want it, like, all interconnected? But I know money plays a huge role.
Well,
That's my opinion.
What makes Twitch successful is the fact that, one, it adapted. Two, as Michael mentioned, that entity, Twitch, has a lot of money. And three, it's because of how long it lived, it became synonymous with live gaming. I'm pretty sure there were a lot of websites that hosted, live streamers and all that, but through it and all of it, Twitch eventually stood out from the top. And because of the fact that it stood through the test of time and all of that, people just had a lot of faith in Twitch, and people started putting their life savings and all that to start careers on Twitch because they know that platform will be there for a long while.
But now that, like, everything's opening up, you can't really guarantee that, like, oh, I'm gonna be streaming on Twitch. I can just be streaming on Facebook.
Yeah.
Everybody's on Facebook.
That's true.
True.
And then everybody's looking at reels, shorts.
Yes.
So
Oh,
much-
man.
The attention span of people, they just want it straight to the point. That's the crazy thing. They don't want to wait hours until the climax to happen. That's the only thing that's different. Everybody's attention spans gets a little bit.
Yeah, it's like the sense of our sense of urgency has changed, where we want things immediately. We don't want we want, like, for a lot of us, like, it's almost as if we want to cut straight to the point,
Yeah.
And that in itself is losing its touch. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird too, because TikTok is looking to evolve their durations, because it used to be Vine second videos,
Mhm.
right? But now TikTok's getting into
The
into
minute
that
mark,
phase.
right?
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Converting to the minimum.
True.
They- you
and,
can make
and,
up to it.
and like a lot of people are going live now on TikTok as well.
Yeah.
I mean, Ninja did like a 2-series part of streaming where he did YouTube and TikTok
Mm.
streaming like you
Dang.
know Fortnite and stuff. And when I saw that, I was like, Ninja live on TikTok streaming Fortnite. This is weird.
Like, you know it's a dogfight when these platforms are copying each other's strategies. Like, Facebook's doing shorts, Instagram, Twitter's doing shorts,
Yeah,
like short
true.
clips and all that. And then you have YouTube as well. My goodness, these guys are fighting tooth and nail just for user retention rates and all that. It's crazy.
And when you think about like these types of like streaming platforms and all that,
We're getting rated again.
Yo, yeah,
Yo! all that people rated us.
Yo, shouts out to my good friend Suni. How are you doing? Happy days and Tito. For all you guys that are off from Sunny Stream, welcome Sunflowers. My name is Baka. I am a live streamer from the island of Saipan. Hope you guys are having a good morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world. I hope you continue to stay amazing. So yeah, we were just talking about live streaming and how the future of streaming is going to look like maybe within the next few years, and we're really excited because we've got a lot of ground to cover, and so yeah, shouts out again to my good friend Sunny. She's a long time friend. As well, she's one of my day ones, and also one of the mods here on the stream. Hope your stream went well, and shouts out again. Much love.
Yeah, so like what I was saying, like streaming platforms, all of that, the internet, it's like the way I see it, it's like stocks. You know, like you see all the big streamers like Shroud, Dr. Respect, and what do you call that, Ninja, and all that. These guys are like the big whales of like streaming platforms. So when they decide to like convert, like even just like Jared said, like just live streaming on TikTok, that's everybody's gonna be like, oh shoot, so TikTok is the new hype.
Yeah.
So everybody's
yeah.
gonna start like, it's just crazy how it could just shift any day, of the year, and it's just insane how these big streamers, million followers, can like change the game, in a second.
Oh, without a doubt. Without a
And
doubt.
games too, Remember when PUBG,
yeah.
Fortnite was out, like everybody was just streaming at it. I'm not sure if you guys Overwatch.
Oh yeah, woo!
Overwatch,
Brings her back.
And then what's that other game? Apex. Now it's starting to like slow down, so everybody's just trying to see who's my favorite like streamer. What are they playing?
Right, and it's become synonymous because when you think of certain streamers, you usually associate them with the game that they usually play.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
It's like when I say Ninja, everybody clicks in their mind that it's automatically Fortnite.
Fortnite. Yeah.
You say Shroud would probably be Valorant.
Not to disrespect, that's COD. Yeah, and it's just all those genres of like first-person shooters and like adventure quests and like every large stream, and it's crazy how if they shift over, everybody's like, whoa, he never plays these types of games. So
True.
it's just to be a big streamer, you have a lot of like power in your hands.
Oh, without a doubt.
I mean, like, I don't know if you guys know TSM.
Oh, TSM?
TSM.
Yeah,
Oh,
so, like,
bro.
Yeah, I remember him.
The story of what happened to Hams and Daquan, well, they were going through a lot of stuff, but then Daquan explained in one of his streams saying that like, just because you watch these other streamers doesn't mean they play this certain game every time.
Right.
Like Daquan specifically said to hit like in his stream, like I like, yes, I do love Fortnite, but I don't like streaming it every time because I want to play like different stuff, like
Yeah.
That's why I look at now, like all streamers now are moving into like different kind of games because there's the hype of that game, but sooner or later, it'll die out, you know. So
And that's another thing about being, what do you call that? Adaptability. You know, when a new game comes out, you want to be able to play it like a pro.
Right.
You know?
Because in that aspect, people look to inspiration from the games that they want from the gamers that they want to imitate because they play that same game.
Right. Right.
It's kind of like how when on YouTube, I remember I was trying to learn how to play League of Legends for the first time.
Yeah.
And one of their one of their suggestions was to look at Twitch streamers, and so this was how I came to Twitch for the first time. So I was looking up people who play support, and so I looked at Bunny Fufu.
I remember him.
I love Bunny Fufu.
But where did it all started?
Hmm?
Where did League of Legends? Where did Mobile Legends? Where did Pond started?
Bro, if you told me that,
I'm asking you the question. Any of you guys know where it started?
You want to go that far, Garena?
dude, man, freaking Dota, man.
Dude,
You
that's
cannot,
just
you
like
You want to go far?
cannot,
pass.
you cannot forget the roots
Yeah.
of all the MOBAs.
Dota.
Dota walks so that League of Legends can run,
Yeah. They set the
Standard, man.
bro.
They paved the road for them. That's what's insane. How it developed over the years.
I mean, you have Arena of Valor, sure, and Mobile Legends, but like they still don't hold a candle to what Dota.
What
To what Dota
did
used
for
to
the
be
MOBA
back.
genre.
Dude, that was a beautiful moment, man. I swear. And the thing was like, Dota wasn't an official wasn't a game itself. It was a map.
Yeah.
It was a downloadable map.
Mhm.
You
On-
play with friends offline, you know.
And this
How
was-
did you just connect, and it was just so fun.
So you couldn't.
Jungling's not an option.
You could-
It's just a fun
you
thing
couldn't-
you can do on the side.
You couldn't. So with Dota, you couldn't. In order for you to play Dota, you couldn't just play it by itself. You needed to download Warcraft 3.
Warcraft 3, yeah.
Ooh, Millenor with a hot take. League of Legends, easy mode, Dota. Ooh! Ooh!
Well, what's your guys' favorite character? Come on, Dota.
In Dota. Ooh.
Dota.
I
Oh.
I played Lycanthrope and Juggernaut a lot. Those two were my favorite picks.
I think Juggernaut was like everybody's favorite pick. You just buy Vanguard on him and like.
Then you gotta set some rules, you know, no Vanguard.
Oh, yeah.
No, you know, just
With
like-
axe and all
yeah,
that.
right, yeah. But to me, it was either Sand King
Ooh,
Sand
let's go.
King.
Yeah.
or the cheap ass Dwarven Sniper.
Dude, like you could not touch Dwarven Sniper, man. It was so
Never.
annoying.
Did you guys also hated fighing Phantom Assassin, bro? I had like a
Oh,
lot of
yeah.
friends that like to play cheap, bro.
Bro.
If you play support, you're done, man.
Dude, I remember we were. So the thing was, we I think were you there during that time? Like when the boys like would go to mobile
Yeah.
and we would play Dota.
That was the Mobile Boys, man.
This guy came in with Warshred, and Warshred's
Oh, man.
passive was so annoying. Like whenever there's a team fight, you could literally not see her,
Yeah.
and it's like you give her massive damage, and the fact that she has fade.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like
And what's that? That rat that
Oh, yeah.
that backstabs.
Oh, see,
Something
wait.
the R.
Yeah. Oh, see, Ricky Maru there. Ricky Maru.
Maru.
Yeah.
bro, Ricky Maru was annoying. Also, it's like the invis.
Yeah.
You see him come up right behind you. You're
Crit.
Crit- oh, yeah.
Ah.
Crit is so painful.
For me,
It was fun, dude. Like honestly.
For me, one of my favorite characters on Dota has definitely got to be Puck.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck, man.
Oh my goodness, so cheap.
Alright,
Yeah.
alright, Twitch chat. If any of you guys use Puck, my friendship with you guys is now over. I really hate fighting him. Bro, you think you're gonna win the 1v? Oops, he disappears. I'm like, for the love of God, really?
And then he goes to the like egg. And
Yeah.
it's just like,
Mm.
oh my goodness.
I mean, he has several. So Puck has had several nerfs because of that ability. Because like at first it was recast,
Mm.
Right, right.
and then it became an auto.
Mm. Oh, Huskar, Millinor's favorite character is Huskar, bro. If you like,
Oh my
if the
goodness.
early game, he's a nightmare to fight, man.
Yeah,
Say
he would
goodbye
just,
to all
like,
your potions.
freaking throw you some burning spears and your life is just hot. I gotta go home.
His ulti's crazy because it's percentage damage. He'll
Yeah.
take a certain amount of your HP, and there you go. He already has the upper hand in the 1v1 engagement. It's disgusting.
There's a lot of stupid characters.
Dude,
Oh.
another one was Nethermore.
Ah,
That
Nethermore,
ulti,
yeah.
oh
Yeah.
my goodness. Once he collects enough souls,
Mm.
one shot. You're just
Plop.
support. Just vanquish.
The stupid one was what was it?
Dude, they're just a lot.
Mm.
Lich King was also annoying.
Lich King.
Give him
Blood
Agnes.
Seeker.
Yeah,
Oh
Blood
my
Seeker.
goodness.
Oop,
Like
you
everybody's
can't
favorite
run.
backstory.
Oh my goodness. Blood Seeker.
It's like you just see him run up mid. Just like kill everybody. I'm like, oh, those were the days.
I'll bring up one more game that everybody, I'm not sure even the chat might know.
All right, let's see how old the chat is.
RuneScape.
Ooh,
Come
let's
on,
go!
guys.
Yeah,
Yo.
wait, OG RuneScape? OG?
Like the
Oh,
OG,
man,
OG
let's go.
like the
RuneScape.
graphics were like
Yeah.
kind of shitty, but
Pixelated.
It has a charm, alright?
Dude, man.
I grew up.
That game.
I grew up on RuneScape.
I-
oh, the grind of RuneScape though was like
I
crazy.
didn't care. Honestly, I didn't care about PvP. All I just wanted was just to fish lobster,
For the
cook
cash.
it up, and sell it. Like, that was my grind, dude.
I was like,
Collect some lumber too. Dude,
man,
that
I remember.
was the fun.
I remember cutting up yew trees and just like I would just stay there.
Yeah.
Loki though, RuneScape, it reminds you of like Minecraft in a way, you know?
All the resource gathering.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because sometimes you gotta find like a rare item too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
It's like, oh shit.
That's true.
Well, that's how Minecraft started.
Dude,
Because
like,
of RuneScape.
Maybe. Like,
Yeah.
they took ideas from it.
I was like, if you're talking about like how to make money on RuneScape, I remember I would look up YouTube videos on like how to make money.
Dude,
And
I
it's like-
didn't even know YouTube existed. honestly. It was just all just you die, alright, you learn from it.
Mm. I don't know, cause I like looking at tried and true methods, but like it's so like when you see them, it's like there's no tried and true, there's no easy way out. Like you have to like literally grind throughout the entire thing.
Or either that or you just beg, dude. Just go to the person with the rich like
Oh, yeah.
armor and just like
Yeah.
Can I get like a long sword or dude, man. And then I remember grinding on like big bones, dude.
Mm.
Killing
Oh,
some
yeah.
giants.
Yeah,
Oh,
man.
my
I felt like the fighting system in RuneScape was more of a rock paper scissors kind of.
goodness. Yeah,
Yeah.
but the chances, you can't guarantee. But that's what makes it fun. I mean, shoot.
I mean, you have the main melee, the main fighting systems in the game were you melee, you had range, and then you had magic.
Magic.
Yeah.
Oh.
Magic, my thing, dude. Stick with magic.
I was like, if you were a free player for RuneScape, you could not do. There's not a lot you could do, unfortunately.
Mm.
And that's the sucky part. But then there's still a lot,
Oh, yeah.
I remember I was like, when I heard members, I was like, I want to be a member for RuneScape. It was like they had that thing. It's like you want to be a member. It's only $5 a month. You just need your parents' credit card. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm ready to ask my parents for this.
Yeah. But a lot of people from that started, like now they're just like streaming wise. I
Mhm.
know a couple of people that stream on it.
Oh yeah.
It sucks that it ended though.
I know. I was like, there were just a lot of aspects in the game that just made it feel nostalgic, if you will. I hated cooking. I hated smelting.
Right.
Quests were one thing,
Yeah.
and their events were pretty good at. For the most part, I just hate it when you die in the game. When you die in the game,
Uh-huh.
like you only carry I think up to 4 items.
Yeah. The best 4 items that the AI decides what it is.
So
That's the sucky thing.
I think I remember also like People got hacked on RuneScape too, which is wild, man.
And I know people sell accounts too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was the scamming days.
Well,
Easy money.
I remember the
Just blast over tiles.
I know one OG game too. Red Alert.
Red Alert.
Oh, man!
Oh,
Yeah.
Command and Conquer.
Yeah, bro.
Bro.
Command and Conquer and Red Alert.
That one.
I play the mod once in a while. There's this Red Alert 2 mod called Mental Omega where, okay, so, in short, these modders like recreated the engine of Red Alert 2 and pushed it to its limit where the game has like 1080p support, there's new factions, and every faction has their own, weapons and all that. Like, they have more weapons and like, balancing adjustments for the most part. So the mod I play is called Mental Omega where there's this new faction. So you got the Allied nations, you have the stereotypical Soviets because they hate the Americans and all that, and then you got Epsilon, which is, do you guys remember the bald psychic Lord Yuri?
Yeah.
And then you have the fourth faction, which is in the mod called the Phone Revolt. They're basically the Space Marines. But yeah, it's a really cool mod. You guys should check it out. And for the most part, it can run on a lot of older computers. So if you guys have potatoes for laptops or computers and all that, Red Alert 2 Mental Omega won't kill your computer. So give it a try.
I just think of when you say that, I just think of Windows 98
Oh, let's go.
or Windows XP.
Mm-hmm.
I think for a while, like when we first got our computer, the Windows XP was what we were running on.
Yeah.
The PSS free laptop.
And like,
Oh, I'd have like Counter Strike in that.
Oh. Counter Strike was it, man. Everybody would fight at DDoS.
Yeah.
And there's like that one match you play, like, okay, let's all use cheats.
Right.
Like, dude, I can't kill you. This is not fair.
It was like God mode.
And then you'll always have those try-hard friends. Hey guys, bet only sniper. Those try-hard friends.
Fights,
Yeah, man.
that.
Or the knife fights.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah,
dude.
man.
Oh.
That's the
Oh, dude,
original-
and
the-
This is also a throwback too when they have those like PC places for $1.
Bro.
I remember this like clear. Me and my friends would go there just to play Left 4 Dead. Like, you know the multiplayer one, right?
Yeah,
And then we would be in God mode, 'cause we hated the witch, the guy that jumps. Yeah, bro.
Free.
So you know what? We would type in the cheats like, oh, we could fly, so these guys can't catch us.
And the
In-
graphics, like back then, that was really good.
Yeah, it
You know,
was.
Left 4 Dead. That was just insane.
Oh, there was
What
some.
happened to that game?
It's still alive, funny enough.
Back for Blood.
I-
The newest one.
I also think it's because of the mods. The mods make it a lot more interesting now.
You know, like
But the witch, dude. That,
Oh, man.
my goodness. That
Oh, my
crying?
goodness.
Oh my goodness.
As a kid, I always hated that. That scared the fuck
But
out
if
of
you
me.
guys ever play with no mods and just like with your friends,
Yeah,
you guys,
it's much
you
fun.
would. It's really fun and
Yeah.
interesting.
Mm.
It is.
There's always that one person that fucks up, like, bro, don't shoot the witch.
Proceeds to shoot it anyway. Oh, for fuck's sake!
Let's just get this over with.
You guys ever remember playing House of the Dead?
House of the Dead.
House of
wait.
the Dead. So it's this art. Well, there was an arcade a long time ago, and it's one of those arcades where they had the guns and you would shoot zombies.
Oh, okay. I'm trying to.
What's an arcade game?
Dude, it was an arcade game, but they also had a computer game. They had it in the fun zone back in the day, and you and a partner would you would grab a gun and you would literally be on the screen like just shooting at it.
Is it like a first person?
Yeah, it was a
shooter?
first person shooter. That game gave me one of the biggest nightmares that I've ever had.
It's just insane.
House of the Dead. That
Yeah.
game really sounds familiar.
Yeah,
Is it this setup?
Uh,
Or it has a gun in it?
So the crazy part was it was on a giant plasma
okay.
giant plasma TV, and the gun like you had guns on the side, and you would just like literally shoot at them.
Oh.
Wait, is it this then?
No, they had like a
Okay.
Like a PC? Like you can just play it on your PC, or is it like an arcade?
it was an
I'm
arcade
just
game.
like scrolling through these.
But it's
These are
also-
pretty expensive.
It was also-
Like in the movie theater?
Like Jesus.
I don't think they had it in the movie theater.
Yeah.
They had
How
it.
about
They
this?
had it at the carnival.
Any
Yeah,
look?
it was like that.
Oh, okay.
That's the
okay.
one.
Dude.
I was like, the immersion off of that was mind blowing, and the zombies were scary, man. I'm telling you, man.
Bro, you know how you could know like if some of your family members are like competitive, like game wise. When there's like, I don't know if you guys had this, but in gatherings, right?
Yeah.
Like it's probably like your aunt's house or like your cousin's house. There's a Wii set up there, so you know that those guys are competitive. Like, okay, you want to challenge me on like bowling, tennis? Let's go.
And it's fun, dude. Honestly,
It's fun.
I miss those days. It was lit.
Sometimes you could get overboard, you know.
Some Mario Party, you know.
Oh, yeah, man.
Dude, Mario Party is one of those benchmark games where if you want to ruin friendship, this is definitely the
Right.
place to start.
And it's PG, you know. The graphics are PG.
Oh,
For me, when it comes
shouts out
to
GameCube though.
dude.
oh, GameCube, yo.
I still have.
I
like,
remember
I
that.
bought a GameCube, so just to keep it.
Smash Bros. So that's
Oh,
how I
oh,
say
Smash Bros.
Of course.
Did you guys ever try the 2 wormholes in Smash Bros?
No.
Which one was that?
There's like you get like a set of characters to
Mhm.
create the wormhole.
Oh.
At the temple. Dude, it's pretty sick.
Man, I don't remember. I don't remember during my time. All I remember was that I beat the shit out of people.
Oh yeah. It's a fun game too. I like the different quest modes, you know? The adventure mode and every character you get
Oh.
trophies.
Oh, the subspace emissary.
Yeah,
I like
man,
that.
I remember that.
I was like, that's kind of the thing I miss about like fighting games, where you play a game, you play a story, and then you finish said story, you get to unlock a character.
Yeah.
I miss that aspect.
Yeah.
Fighting games now are
Like,
a
the
lot more
story's
different.
secondary, basically.
Yeah.
Secondary
And you can
objective.
just skip all that by just buying, purchasing.
The season pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you
The-
can unlock it just like that.
The DLC era really killed off the vibe for me. Like when I started playing Tekken 7, like all the characters were there. I didn't have to worry about unlocking players. But then when you go into like Tekken 4, Tekken 5, those games you have to play character storyline in order for you to be
unlock them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which just makes it more exciting. Like I can accomplish something by
Right.
just finishing this part of the story instead of just like here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like it just doesn't feel as rewarding as it would have been, you know. And I don't know. I still have hope for the fighting for the future of fighting games, especially with the current situation now. Fighting games are starting to build a little bit more of a storyline, because like I feel like it's more focused on the competitive aspect rather than the
story.
yeah.
Yeah. That's true. Yeah, because everybody wants to just compete. Because everybody's competing. Honestly, they don't have time to like, let's just see how the story goes.
Yeah.
Like that.
Mm.
I think one of the newer fighting is DNF. It's just straight up fighting, right? No story at all.
Yeah. Well, there's a storyline. They do have an adventure. They do have an adventure mode.
Really?
Mhm.
Because if memory serves, isn't DNF based off an arcade game or something? Or
It's
some other
actually-
game?
It's actually based off of a Korean MMORPG called Dungeon Fighters Online. So from there, they got alongside ArcSys and they started creating DNF online. Or sorry, DNF Duel, which was the supposed fighting game. And the crazy thing about this fighting game was that it was an evolved. It was like all the generic fighting archetypes are essentially boosted, if you will. So they have exaggerated power ups and they have passives, which was weird to have in a fighting game. I'm not gonna lie.
But the one game that to me so far it's cool where they're adding. I'm not saying new characters, but like more characters that we know is
Mm.
Mortal Kombat.
Oh yeah.
You know, Predator, freaking, who's that guy with that mask? I don't know.
Jason?
Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason was a character. I think Freddy and Jason were.
Yeah, but for the past before, you know, it's just what you got Scorpion, Sub-Zero, you know, so it's kind of nice seeing RoboCop, you know.
Oh yeah.
Terminator.
Yeah,
There was
Terminator.
Rambo too from one.
Yeah,
Rambo was there.
I thought
Yeah.
that was trippy.
That was a good shift for that game where they're adding more characters that we know.
Mhm.
It's interesting to see them in a different universe, right? In itself,
Right.
which was kind of odd because when you look into the earlier phases of Mortal Kombat, because there was a big shift. There was Mortal Kombat when it was under Midway, and there was Mortal Kombat when it was under NetherRealm Studios.
Also, they changed.
Yeah, so once they switched studios, some of the storylines in Mortal Kombat got retconned. So the Midway storyline is completely different from the NetherRealm storyline.
Right.
And as much as I look at the current scene for Mortal Kombat 11, I think by far I like the storyline. It has one of the best storylines out there. And I thought it was interesting too when they had Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, which was a totally different spin from their usual fighting game format.
I think that's what we need, and I love the intro where one set of army versus another, or they're just climbing that pyramid.
Mm.
You see Liu Kang, you see the forearm guy.
I was like, you
That was really good, movie or short clip, whatever.
they had really good animation for its time. Which is weird because if you look at the first Mortal Kombat game, it doesn't look like. If you look at the graphics, it doesn't look like an actual
Yeah,
fighting
the old
game.
Mortal, the OG ones.
It's just an arcade game, basically.
But what's interesting is that they use legit people to act out the attacks and all that, and then they got sprite artists to do their best to try and replicate the movement. So you got people legit doing fluid movement, and then you got the sprite artists doing their best trying to replicate. I was like, my god, I bet they were working overtime for that shit.
What?
Yeah.
One of the when we talk about Mortal Kombat, one of their most iconic things about them is their fatalities.
Yeah.
So I have to ask you guys, what's one of the most gruesome fatalities you know, out of all the series?
Sector's Pressure Crusher, he just he gets a fucking crushing device and then just crushes you completely that.
The Joker's fatality.
How does this all go again?
Yeah, they added Joker too.
Oh yeah. It's not the one where he pulls out the gun, right?
No, it's that Jack D comes out of you.
That is
Yeah.
brutal. What about
I
you?
mean, the Predator one, that one was pretty sick. Where he just grabs, he does something to you, and he grabs your spine, pulls it out, and then just puts it as his trophy.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
it's original.
Or the gruesome one is that Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy where he just hangs you
Bro.
and starts
Cutting
Yeah. While you're still alive.
Everything is gruesome. Yeah, so.
And that's just Monday in that game.
Right. It's nice that it's still
It's still
There's an
it's
active
still
community
alive,
for it.
man.
for a gruesome video game, you know.
There's a
Not
market.
everybody's just on Fortnite, not much blood happening there.
Yeah.
Dude, and honestly, Fortnite changed so much on this platform. That's why I don't even play it.
Oh.
Fortnite lovers, I'm sorry, but that was just too much of a shift. All of a sudden. Every season, they added new gadgets, new stuff. Skins were, I love the skins, but after that it was just how do I win? You just gotta keep playing throughout the years, and then you get better with your building, adaptability, and it was just insane how they added new gadgets where you change. Like Overwatch. What's that? I saw a documentary where the new character they added. What's that? Loretta.
Oh
The
yeah.
tank. The tank.
Yeah, I
like,
remember. I
Give
keep forgetting.
you armor and stuff like that.
And she
Like,
she gives armor. She gives really good
and
healing.
she has a shield too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So just changed the whole pro for the pros. You know.
There's
They'll
this.
just run like 4 tanks and freaking support and all that.
It's-
It's just insane.
It's tough. So I used to follow this pro Overwatch player, but now he plays variety games and all that. But his name is IDDQD, and he was a DPS player for the San Francisco Shock. That I think her name was it was Bridget or something.
Yeah,
like
Bridget, there you go.
Like
Bridget.
that character single-handedly
Yeah.
benched him, and he got benched so
Yeah.
badly because he plays DPS and he doesn't practice tanks or healers and all that because you know like every player has their own specialty and all that. But because of how that character is structured, what's the point of running DPS when you can, as you mentioned, run all tanks and all
Yeah.
that? It sucks, but yeah, that's what happened. That's why he left because there was no point in, playing the meta like that because he specializes in DPS. He wants to play DPS, but he can't.
And the thing is, they try to nerf her,
Mhm.
but it was just too much, you know?
The pros will find a way
Yeah,
anyway.
they would always find a way.
I thought one of the things that really changed the whole Overwatch aspect was it limited team comps. And I thought that was really sad for the Overwatch community because when you do ranked matches now, you have to have 2 DPS, 2 tanks, and 2 supports, right? Gone are the days where your creativity flows and you can have like 3. You can run like 3 tanks, 2 support,
Yeah.
one DPS. They wanted. I see where they were going. Where they were going with that. But in my opinion, I feel like it lacked the strategy that was much so unique to the to Overwatch's aspect. So I'm kind of hopeful for the for the new move they make when Overwatch 2 comes out.
But it's hard, man. It's hard.
So from what I heard, it's gonna be a free-to-play game, but they're gonna be selling characters in battle passes. So in terms of accessibility, unless you're willing to go all out, you gotta fork over money for some characters, man. I'm like,
And people are not like that. That still changes it. You know?
Yeah,
Like, what about for the people that can't afford it?
exactly.
Yeah, it ruins the game for them.
It was a lot nicer when you can just buy the game with all the base characters and then have all the DLC slowly come in for
Yeah,
free.
For free.
What?
I think you should bring that back. You know.
If only.
No, but everybody's like, when they create a game, I guess one thing that pops in their head is, how do they make money off this?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Basically.
Like, I watched a lot of like YouTube. The only thing I watch, or not only thing, but the main thing I watch is Rust.
Oh
You
yeah.
guys
Mm.
see that?
Oh, Rust.
Oh, yeah.
That was like
Game.
the originator of like that was like when
I'll be back.
when Twitch.tv used to be Justin TV, like Rust was like where every major
Streamer with that.
yeah.
I mean, it's just nice how Rust can like. I don't know. I love how they didn't change. I mean, they do tweak it a little bit, but it's still the original game from what it was.
Since we were actually talking about Fortnite though, I'd like to hear your thoughts on Fortnite's
Yes. It's
My thoughts, yo. So if anybody in chat plays Fortnite, you could relate. But in my opinion, now it's more sweaty, dude. Like it's sweaty.
I
Like
agree.
with no building, it's sweaty. Even when you go to like creative mode, right, and still play with building, it's still sweaty.
Man, no build for me though. I liked it for a while. I was like, it was the one thing that got me back because one of my students was telling me like, Mr. Shivit, do you play Fortnite? I was like, no, I stopped playing after the whole building thing because I can't build for shit, right? And they were like, they have a no build mode, and I was like, no way. And so I was skeptical for a moment, and then months after, I was like, all right, I'm gonna hop on and see what it's like. I was like, this feels kind of nice. Like,
No, but in my opinion now it's more like competitive wise, and like it takes. Well, when I play with the homies, it takes us like probably a good an hour and a half, or 2 hours just to get one win. You know?
that bad.
Yeah, dude. Like there's a lot of there's, and the thing is, there's still hackers, which sucks. Like, what I thought Fortnite would tweak this out. You know, like. Look at COD for example. When Warzone, when Warzone
I love watching highlights of those. Dude.
when Warzone had hacks, right? That's when they came up with a solution of
The anti-hacker
They should do that for like probably I guess Fortnite. I mean Apex now there's no more hackers compared to like before.
Thank God. Yeah, hackers were a big thing for Apex on PC.
Honestly, hackers just ruined the game. Like,
Yeah,
so
man.
much.
Yeah, man. We don't need hackers.
So that was a good thing for Warzone, you know, because they really like make it to the point where your computer's like shutting down type of thing. Like that's how you should punish them, and then go for the ban after. You know? And it teaches them a lesson. Like shoot, you know, you think you're on top of your game? Oh, we're on top. You know, try to cheat. Oh, right behind you.
Exactly. You cannot enable behavior and let them get away with it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's how you lose a fan base.
Yeah, that's how you ruin a game. Your game, basically.
Like one of the saddest stories that happened was do you guys remember Team Fortress 2? It has a horrendous botting problem. So I think around April I got bored, so I decided to download it again. I could not find like a single lobby where there were actual players, because even if you find players, it's going to be infested with bots.
Yeah.
And these bots, what they do is they essentially are players, but they can be anywhere in the map and they can just snipe you, headshot and all that. It's busted and unfair, and it's been, from my understanding, it's been years since they fixed that issue, and the community's been frustrated with Valve on why they're not doing anything about it. And from my understanding, they're slowly fixing it. According to their PR team, they're slowly fixing it, but it remains to be seen whether the game will come back to its former glory and all that.
And that's the beauty of like creating a game. Like people that love your game will stick by it. But the thing is, they gotta see stuff.
Yeah,
change,
exactly.
You know? They're willing to wait as long as they can see progression of that game.
Exactly. It's insane because the game was like out for a long ass time, maybe like 07 or 08. And there are people to this day still hanging on tight for that game. But right now it's just infested with hackers and bots everywhere. It's unfortunate.
Man, it's definitely interesting how the age of online gaming has evolved over the years. I mean, now with the internet, like and the fact that we can connect with everybody everywhere around the world, it really changes everything.
I mean, like look at the new Modern Warfare 2 that came out. For the new battle royale, you could do all chat now.
All chat.
Yeah, bro. So like, yeah. So it's like, you know how PUBG you could do all chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that now.
Start throwing shade at the people
And then-
trying to hide.
And then for the new circle, there's gonna be 3 circles.
3.
For basically any squad that fights that circle, it's just gonna go lower until it's that final squad itself.
Dude, that's the thing I really didn't like about that circle switch. Where
Yeah, right?
It's
Yeah.
small, and you think it's gonna get smaller. No, it's just going to the other side.
Yeah, it's
You're
going
like,
up. Yeah.
What?
For big maps, yeah, I would find that to be.
I mean, now slide cancel is like it's not a thing anymore. But some pro streamers still hack the system. Like, okay, this is how you do it. Like,
Did you guys see the video of like, since we're still talking about hackers, like there's a YouTube video of like the like titled thing, whatever, discarded, but it's like pro hackers hacking during tournaments.
Oh my god.
Have you guys seen that?
Is it the one with the CS:GO guy? Like,
Yeah,
he was literally playing in the competitive tournament, and then when
one of the admins.
he tried to check it out, but he tried to like stop him. Like, oh my goodness, man, that was trash.
Really? That was like, I think that's still number one in the clip, where he tried to like hide it or delete it, and it was in like a Word, an Excel icon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because what I hear is like pro players can go up, set up the computer the way they want. You know?
Mhm.
They can, I'm not sure, connect something or USB.
Yeah.
Fix their settings real quick. But I guess that guy was able to download the cheats.
Yeah.
It's just insane.
It's like imagine going to a.
And you're a pro. You're a pro player. Like
You're being sponsored out, man.
That's a sad part.
It's embarrassing, dude.
it is.
Hacking in a big tournament. They
That's-
just got-
Spend millions of dollars online, like free for your team too. That was really selfish too.
I mean, if anything, like it ultimately questions the player's credibility as a pro player. Like,
Yeah.
if you see something like that, like, would you be able to redeem yourself after that? After.
And I think if I did that, I'd probably get canceled.
Yeah.
A lot of
Oh,
people
I
would
bet you
just
got canceled.
would just like
And nobody would accept him because his credibility's done for him.
And that team got like, I think it was a new team. I'm not sure, but they were like rising up, and then
Yeah.
they just fell. Yeah, they
just because of one dude.
one dude. Yeah.
One freaking dude. Like,
See.
he thinks he can be above everybody. And that happened.
If I was his teammate, I would have been crying so fucking hard, man.
Well,
Like,
I'm gonna
all
beat
that.
him up, dude.
Yeah.
Like, I
All
worked
that
hard.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Here.
The hours you grind and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
I mean, Tim the Tapman made a really good point about hackers. Like, why do this, man? Like, why can't you be a regular human being, grind on your,
Yeah.
yourself, man?
But not a lot of people has that
Yeah,
mentality. Yeah.
Like, let me be a dick
They
to
just-
everybody.
They just want to like be on top
Mm.
without even trying. You know.
And as you can see, cheaters never prosper.
Exactly.
But some get away. That's the sucky part.
Yeah.
I mean, like, Shroud can tell, and then Shroud would still shit on you even though you have hacks.
Imagine going to the point where like you use hacks and you still get beat.
That's embarrassing.
Actually, I have a pretty good example of that. There was a video that was going viral back in the year 2015, and this is off of a game called Dark Souls.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Dark Souls 2. So the thing was, this guy had the anti-god this guy had was using a god hack against this other dude. So what he did to hack the system was he noticed his HP wasn't going down, and he knows every attack that he used, he wasn't taking any damage from it. So what he did was he found a certain area in the game where there was a glitch. So what he did was he knew the guy would still get flinched when he get hit. So he stood on the edge. He tricked him, thinking that he was on the edge, and then he pushed him off of the ledge.
I think I've seen that clip, actually.
And I was like, bro, how'd you lose with hacks?
Mhm.
I got a question for you guys.
Mhm.
Are glitches hacked?
No, they're not.
No.
Not?
They're not.
No,
They're
no.
not. They're not.
I wouldn't think of glitches in that sense.
Because some people do think it is a hack, but no.
Because I've seen a lot of like glitches in Warzone. Like a lot of like highlights of it. Like where you can just go to this room and you just drop down and you can see everything above you. And they can't even hit you.
Speedrunners
they
expose.
Yeah, a lot of stuff
lot
of the
of
game. Yeah.
Actually, you know what's one of my favorite discussions about this was the American Dad speedrun. So there's like so there's you guys know the show American Dad,
Yeah.
right? So American Dad had a game, and they mentioned you could actually speedrun the game if you if you press a certain button during the intro. You know, the Good Morning USA, right? So like there was a certain point during the game where you could pause if you hit a button during that speedrun, it takes you immediately to the game and it would shave off like milliseconds to your towards your speedrun record. And there was this one guy that they thought he was using hacks, but there were like multiple video discussions on whether or not the American Dad speedrun was possible or not. And I was like, no way. I forgot. Somebody mentioned it to me on a Twitch stream years ago, and I saw it myself, and I was like, so you can actually pause the game a lot faster to get you to a certain point to the game.
Do you consider that hack?
No, I still wouldn't.
In some people's opinions, they would be like, yeah, that's hacking, but it's not you hacking. I think
it's the bug
they
of the
didn't.
game.
Yeah, they didn't really
Multi-product.
Yeah.
I mean, they exposed it, so like, or it was exposed in the game. Once you find that exposed, you would find a way to take advantage of it.
Yeah.
That's like saying, if you
It's just like you have a pistol and someone gives you a rocket launcher. Use that. You're not gonna take the rocket launcher. No, you're gonna take that. You know.
Yeah, of course.
Gives you the upper hand.
like you want to be able to use your elements to your advantage. Like if you go on a run, right? Heels on a run going downhill, right?
Yeah. Like, are you gonna slow down? No, you take that. You
Yeah.
take that, and just pray that
You
there's
make
no
it.
rocks or dogs that would stop you.
So coming back to the glitch discussion, so in regards to speedrunning, what they do is they make categories. So
Yeah.
there's speedruns with glitches, there's tool assisted speedruns, my favorite, and there's like any percentage and all that. So if people start questioning the legitimacy of glitches, they just make a separate category instead. So people are gonna be like, you can only speedrun with glitches. They'll just put categories to alleviate all of that.
And that's a good way to solve the problem. You know, just making categories.
Yeah.
It's interesting too that there are speedrun competitions, and so like everybody's competing to be the fastest in a game, and so when you put that to your advantage, it really does change the whole scene.
Have you seen the Minecraft speedrun?
One
guy finished it in like an hour or almost like 2 hours.
What was
With
the
cheats?
target? What was the
No
target?
cheats. No cheats.
Wait, what was the
Because I know
target of
there's
that
a lot
speedrun?
cheats, dude.
Because I know, like, with sandbox games, usually speedruns have targets, like you head to the netherworld and all, how fast you can go and all that. Do you remember the target of that speedrun?
I think it was going to that, like killing that dragon.
Oh, okay, the Ender Dragon.
Yeah.
The End Dragon.
I think one of the biggest controversies from the speedrun would be from Dream. Dream. So, it's kind of fuzzy for me because the details of it were so off. Because in that discussion, because Dream was one of the biggest faces of Minecraft, right? Even even my middle school my student was like no Dream like from the like it's the back of your palm, and so like Dream had this controversy where in one of his speed runs he was caught hacking. Now I don't know if this was true or not because
Oh yeah, I remember that, dude.
right
Yeah, I remember that where he admitted it though.
he admitted it.
I'm not too. Dude, let me find that video. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
The Dream speedrun.
Mm-hmm.
This is Minecraft, right?
This is Minecraft. Oh, hi. Long time no see. Welcome to the podcast. Now, for those of you that are just tuning in, welcome again. My name is Baka. I'm here with Mellow Mike. We got Chowder, and we got Ragnazard. So the thing is, if you guys are tuning in, hope you guys have a good morning, evening, afternoon, or you're on in the world. I hope you can.
Hey, Michael, I see the article.
Oh, amazing.
It's from Game Rant, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I see it too.
Took them 11 months to sort out this controversy.
Yeah. Finally, I get it.
There were a lot of allegations in that.
So according to the research in it, it appears that Dream did cheat during a speedrun by accident.
Yeah.
This is from a Game Rant article
Okay.
around May 30th.
How can you do that though? Cheat by accident. Interesting.
Considering that you have to like play the game fast, of course, there's a chance that you probably made a mistake and all that.
Right.
And during the process of your speedrun, you probably made an oopsie.
I
And of
think.
course, you can't backtrack because that's going to waste time.
Yeah, I think this one was because of items, right? Is it item manipulation?
Is it?
Alright, let's see.
There was a manipulation of some kind.
Get back to that article.
But who saw the cheat face on Fortnite? Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, that was just. That's one of the things where it's just like, bro, you just like, and he streamed it too. If you saw it,
He
Like,
did?
He just wanted to show his streamers like what the cheat was, and he got like banned from it.
Oh man.
And that's where it's like kind of dangerous, you know, like just showing what a cheat can do, like just to, you kind of get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like to your viewers. So when you think about it, it's like you're just. I know he didn't mean it for like. Here's the cheat, guys. You guys should cheat. You know.
Yeah.
He's just showing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
This is how it looks
Yeah.
if you see somebody do it. But I'm not telling you guys to do this, you know.
but I'm just showing you. But still, it would have influence because
So-
that guy has like millions of like followers. So of course, eventually they're gonna be like, oh,
So this is
I
how
can
it
cheat.
works?
Yeah.
So, in regards to the article, he was caught by the moderators of the official Minecraft speedrunning leaderboard.
Oh wow.
And so the goal was to beat the Ender Dragon in less than 25 minutes. So, how do you say this?
25 minutes?
So he was manipulating items. These were pearls and blaze rods and all that to
There we
increase the
go.
drop rates and for the most part. And according to Dream, he claims he didn't realize what was happening. That's what he said on his side of the story. But yeah, he was caught by the speedrunning mods.
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate though. Like, yeah, item manipulation, really does change
Oh yeah.
the game.
It does. Yeah.
It's like I have to admit during my time I remember back on the PSP, I remember playing Monster Hunter and I learned this trick on the internet where you could actually manipulate items in the game, or you could see a
I mean, I
monster.
cheated too, but that's not like an online gaming thing. That's just on you.
Yeah, but I was like when I tried it out myself, like I don't know what it is. When you use cheats, it kind of
It feels
Like-
dirty.
It makes the game boring.
Yeah, there
yeah.
you go.
You don't feel you don't get that instant gratification. You don't get that gratification from accomplishing accomplishing something,
Yeah.
right? Because you lose that you lose that the grind to beat something down. You know,
Mhm.
like your ethics really do play a major part in this.
But then again, that really like reflects to the person, you know, how they were brought up.
Mhm.
It's like, you know, I can say all of us, you know, as growing up, we work to get what we want.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right?
Mhm.
Yeah. We weren't like handed the silver spoon.
Mhm.
I'm not saying everybody's like that, but I guess that's where cheats falls on to reflect into that person.
But you know what's interesting though? Cheat codes were actually encouraged, like in the earlier phases of gaming. I can think of one famous one.
Is it
I know.
Hey,
I
let me
know.
guess, let me guess.
Let me. Okay, you go first.
Konami code.
No.
Ah,
It was a Konami code?
yeah, it was a Konami
What
code.
was it?
It was
There's one game that cheating is fun. Like literally fun.
oh
Is
man.
it Grand Theft
Grand
Auto?
Theft
Ah.
San Andreas.
Yeah.
Bro.
You can have your partner with you. You That I say, and it's not like an online thing. It's just
You're just moving around,
You
man.
just need to like learn the button combos, and that's the
Right,
best
yeah.
thing ever.
Like everybody I know would bust out like rhino tanks in the middle of the crowd.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, that was
Like get
fun.
the cheat to be jacked, and then wear your jackpad. Like, yeah, that's right, I'm jacked and I have a jetpack.
I mean, when it turns into like an online platform, then cheating is like a
Oh, yeah.
no. But if it's offline and it's just you and your buddy, no one gets hurt.
Yeah, you could just mess around and you would have the best time of your life. It kind of made GTA feel like a sandbox. If
Yeah,
anything.
it is.
Best feeling ever.
Yeah.
And you made cars flying all that.
Yeah,
Holy shit.
I remember that cop cheat code, leave me alone.
Oh yeah, I
Sorry.
love that
yeah.
cheat.
6 stars and then
Bro.
they just walk away. Like nothing happened.
Like you had the
Like you
national
just
guard
start getting
outside.
shot, I'd be like, okay, leave me alone, and then they just don't shoot anymore.
Yeah.
The National Guard so cute. He's like, hey, we were here for a reason.
San Andreas.
Oh man.
See, that and Vice City, man. I hate
Vice-
Vice City. One,
You can't
you
swim.
can't freaking swim. San Andreas, you can swim across the map, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I hated the swimming mechanic, and it was funny because when I opened up the Vice City manual, right, it was like, be careful because there's sharks in the game. And I was like, looking, I tried swimming to see if I could get eaten by sharks.
You just die instantly.
Yeah, there's-
Like,
I don't live long enough to see I don't live long enough to see the sharks that come out of the game.
that game was fun, dude.
Yeah, I was like, I can remember the entire map of Vice City, you know, like it's the back of my hand. I was like,
I
Yeah.
think the inspiration was South Florida, right? Like the Miami Vice
Yeah,
kind of vibe and all.
yeah.
Well, I love the aesthetic so much.
And there's this TikToker where he dresses with a bandana and then a white tank top.
Yeah.
And he just like shoots highlights of it and it just like brings you back.
I swear, every time you get into the car for Vice City, all you can hear is, "Welcome to K-Rock."
Ah! Change.
It was like I hear Michael Jackson in the background playing Billie Jean, and that's all I remember.
Dude, San Andreas was shit.
Oh, you know what's funny though? Like I remember one of the biggest issues that was that popped up for San Andreas was the coffee shop mod.
Right.
You guys remember the coffee shop mod?
The coffee shop.
The coffee shop mod was one of the most controversial mods to exist in San Andreas because the controversy there was that they had a sex scene in San Andreas.
Mm-hmm.
Like this was talked about so much because it really made people think like whether or not the rating for San Andreas should have been rated M or should it have been rated AO.
Yeah. I mean, you can just pick up a prostitute,
Yeah.
go in between the bushes, and then see the car move, and your life goes
Bro.
up.
No, but that was
Bro, that was terrible. She kept stealing my money.
Right?
So that was like during the Vice City era.
Oh.
But San Andreas, though, the thing that made it more problematic was that you saw full frontal nudity,
Right.
and like you actually saw them having sex, and it's like, now the thing about that was like there were, of course, nudity was something that was not as encouraged. Like God of War is another example of that.
Ah,
Oh.
yes.
Oh my goodness, the candle?
Hold circle.
The candle.
Hold circle. Top X.
And you're like,
Mass
roll.
triangle.
That's what I always had, that roll.
The roll?
I always mess with the roll, dude.
Like, oh, I gotta restart. No.
See, there was nudity, but you don't initially see the sex.
Yeah.
That was one thing that made it different from San Andreas.
But still, hand down, San Andreas, man.
Hmm. For sure.
I gotta check if I still got those games on those hard disks. I'm like craving to play those right now for some reason. Let's
Right.
go.
I think this is a good time to take a quick break, but do not touch that dial. We'll be coming back soon here on the Breakpoint. Until then, what's a good topic discussion? What's a good question to ask for our viewers?
what's the OG games that you guys remember?
Yeah, what's an OG game?
Let's bring it up, man.
What's an OG game that you guys remember?
What came first, the hen or the chicken?
Bro.
Do you hear a tree make a noise?
Was it orange the fruit or orange the color?
All right, we'll be back soon. Don't touch that now.
Who put the alphabet in order? In order?
me about a month.
Alright, ladies and gents, we're gonna return back in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, Abes and Tiro, welcome again back to the Breakpoint. We were just talking about a bunch of games that were coming out of the nostalgia route, and one of the things we just talked about recently was like Tony Hawk. Man, that was
Skate 1 and 2. Oh,
man.
I heard Skate 3 is about to come out soon. So
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Ratchet and Clank.
Ah, yeah.
You know what's a good throwback to? Max Payne.
Max Payne.
Dude, the slow motions when you're like shooting. Oh,
Dude.
Have you guys played True Crime?
And the streets of LA, bro.
Oh my goodness, that was a good.
That was
game.
it.
Wait, is it the one with Beetlejuice in it? That little guy?
I think it was.
I think it was a cop. The storyline was him being a cop.
True
Crime. Yeah.
I was like, we're talking about Beetlejuice, the rapper.
Yeah, he's a comedian, a rapper. He's pretty all around.
Yeah, he had that one meme where he was just like, he was just eating and he was like looking back. That was a good time.
Oh, okay, no. So this is the New York version. Yeah, Beetlejuice was in New York. True Crime, New York City.
Mm.
Dude, that game was a fun game.
Damn, I swear, there's like a lot of
Monster
stuff.
Rancher. Yep. That's an OG game.
I was like, I completely forgot about Monster Rancher because that was a hella throwback.
Jack 3.
Mm-hmm.
Jack 3.
That was a really fun game.
Yeah, man.
Kind of remind me of like Zelda, the Wind
Ooh.
Walker. What is it?
Wind Waker?
Wind Waker. Yeah.
Like I remember that weasel guy. I think it was Daxter.
Daxter.
Yeah.
Yep.
Such a
Daxter.
funny ass guy.
Daxter.
It's crazy too. He was a really important part of the story too.
I mean, it was a Dragon Ball.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you could not have Jack without Daxter.
Mm.
It's like
There's the duels, man.
It's like name me like iconic duos of video games.
Ooh, you got
Duels?
yeah.
Ooh,
You got
that's-
Ratchet and Clank.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Mario and Luigi.
Oh, that's.
I like
Oh, that game with Donkey Kong. And
And
his
Diddy.
yeah.
Oh,
that's
Diddy,
another yeah, that's
oh,
another
bro.
That's another duo.
Donkey Kong Country and all that. I only beat the first one. I gotta play the other country games later.
Mickey Mouse and what's his name again?
Sora?
No, it was
Mark.
it was Duck, the Duck.
Donald Duck?
Yeah,
Donald
when
Duck.
they had the duo. I
Bro,
forgot what game was that too.
Kingdom Hearts.
Oh yeah, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2 though.
Although people are probably
Condolences to
watching.
those who are trying to understand the story still. It's understandable. Nomura's writing is kind of tricky sometimes.
True.
I'm still trying to like even after watching a YouTube breakdown analysis video, I'm like I still don't get it. It's so
Have
it's
you ever guys played Borderline? Or Borderlands?
Borderlands,
Yeah,
yeah,
dude, I love the graphics of that one.
That's a good game.
Yeah, I played 2 and I have 3 on my wish list.
didn't Borderlands 3 came out 2 years ago. I
Yeah.
remember.
Playing 2, I was an Axton main because I really love his sentries because the sentry takes the aggro away from me. Saves me the trouble.
Another game, man. There's so much.
A good duo game would be like It Takes Two. That's a
Never mind. I was like, that's a horror game, isn't it?
in a way you could say yeah, but like
I was like, I don't like where this direction
See,
is going.
technically, Monster Hunter's a horror game.
That's like Phasmophobia kind of level though. Which reminds me, I think Phasmophobia is gonna have their 2-year anniversary very
Hey.
soon.
I had friends, they were playing Phasmophobia, and there was this ghost that really hated sound. And then my friend played, I keep forgetting the name of the song, it's from here, but it sounded like this. Da 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 da. It's such a horror song, but I'm trying to remember the name of it. But but he played it on his like mic, and the ghost immediately killed it because the ghost really hated sound. Because like my friend's like, okay, we gotta call the name of the ghost, but she hates sound. Okay, I have a better idea. He just plays that song, bro. He even busted it out so loud, but then it compromised his team, so he died, and then shortly after his other friend died because he was laughing his ass off. But yeah, like in Phasmophobia, ghosts have like different interactions. Some hate sound, some some want you to be close to them, and then that's when they'll interact with you and all that. Such a scary game, man.
Yeah, man. I still have Phasmophobia on my Steam, and I haven't touched that game since I last streamed it, which was like 2 years ago. I do not fare very, as you can see, I do not fare very well with horror.
Bro, you gotta try Outlast, dude. Outlast is pretty fun.
Dude, actually,
DLC.
the Whistleblower DLC.
Yeah, it's really cool. Because in the Whistleblower DLC, you play as the scientist that sent the letter to the investigator. It's really cool, and it covers some plot holes too.
It's
but yeah.
so disturbing just to think about. Like,
Oh, this game.
Yeah.
Outlast
nah.
is one of those games where like
No.
I do not want to I do not like it combines to the horror the scariest aspects of the game, which is having it in an abandoned house in an abandoned village, and it also has to do with religious cults.
No, what makes this game scary for me is your limited light, because your light source is a camera, and once that camera's night vision sensors run out of battery, you're kind of fucked.
I need to find batteries.
Yeah, exactly. You
No.
gotta manage your batteries and memorize the routes too. It's tough. But one of my favorite games to it scared the crap out of me. It was so fun.
I hated it when you were on that chair and that guy with the.
Oh my goodness.
The ending scene for Outlast was just absolutely. It was sad. It was really sad. And then it takes you it takes you to the scene where like they were both together. It just takes you to a flashback, and you're like, oh no.
Yeah. Oh man. I'll probably replay that game tomorrow or something.
Why would you do this to yourself?
I like playing horror games. I'll scare myself, but it's fun. There's like a thrill to it. Because I have like the stereotypical Asian gamer mindset. I was like, bro, I died. I'm gonna try again until I beat this game efficiently. I've only like played through Outlast, the base game once, but then I was kind of lazy to play the Whistleblower DLC. I only played halfway through, and then I got lazy from there. Okay, I'm still playing it later.
Yeah, I don't do well with movies or video games.
Right?
Horror games, like, I don't know. I mean, the last horror movie I watched was The Exorcist of Emily Rose.
Oh.
Dude, that one like messed me up. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
I think I've seen that. I need to watch
That was pretty scary.
Should watch Midsummer.
Like I said, that's it. Like, I'm not gonna watch any.
No, Midsummer is not horror, but like you'll have your opinion on it. You'll be like, okay, or be like, what the hell is this movie? You know. But it was really interesting though. Like I saw some Easter eggs actually.
Right?
Like low key, yeah.
I was like, when you look at it a second time, you think to yourself, huh? There's something wrong with me.
Right? Yeah.
You're thinking about your life decisions.
Yeah.
There's some very brutal movies out there. Some of them much more worse than the Human Centipede.
Oh,
yeah.
that's disturbing.
That movie's just disgusting.
Yeah.
I like scary movies.
That's not even
but, like,
scary, dude. That's just.
That's just yeah.
Yeah.
Why would they volunteer?
Like one of my personal favorite movies is it's not intense horror, but it's more like you're reliving someone else's like horrible past. It's Shutter Island.
Shutter Island.
Yeah.
That's the one with Leonardo DiCaprio, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So basically, he's a marshal that is sent to solve a murder mystery on that island. But as the story goes by, spoiler alert, as the story goes by, it turns out he was just a patient. It was a program by the island's hospital that is basically helping him relive his memories by pretending that he's an investigator.
Yeah.
And it turns out that the reason why he's like this now is because of the things that happened during World War II, because he's a war veteran, and what happened at home. The fact that, if I remember correctly, his wife killed his children and burned the house down, and it made him go bananas afterwards. But unfortunately, Leonardo's been reliving that life ever since. Like it's on repeat, and the hospital is trying to like find a way to break through that psyche by making him be an investigator that helps him bring back the little pieces of his ruined mind and all that. It's a really cool movie.
Bro.
But at first,
twist.
yeah,
The plot
it's
twist.
crazy. Like at first, you thought it was just some ordinary detective film, but as it goes on, I'm like, my God, like Leonardo's character is going through so much, man.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's not as intense, but it's so more suspenseful, atmospheric movies and all. It's really cool.
I remember.
I mean, this one movie too that made me like hate dolls was like the very first Annabelle.
Oh.
Yeah, 'cause I don't know,
Screw
man.
that, dude.
Yeah.
Screw that.
But with my dumb self, I do want to go to the Warren's place and not look at the doll, but be like, okay, that's really the doll.
Yeah, I
Take
don't.
a selfie with it. Hey guys,
Is that like a
this is the last
waste of
selfie you'll
photo?
see.
Is it?
I-
It is,
It's
right?
a real doll, dude. Like,
Is
Yes,
it
it
the
is.
Charlie doll or something?
oh, bro, the real Annabelle. So
Oh, the Annabelle
the
doll.
story goes that she has like a bracelet.
Mm-hmm.
Like they took care of this doll as a real person, and from this doll of Annabelle, basically, it was a gift to this nurse from I think her grandma or something. And then once it went to her house, that's when they started noticing like signs like the doll would be from here and there.
Now we need like a witch doctor, you know. Some
Bro, not-
some Mona stuff.
Not even a witch doctor or like a priest could like. But this is true. How they like move the doll, they gotta like pray and like you gotta have gloves on, bro. You can't use like your
You have to have gloves.
yeah, bro. Like it's real. Like
Is it a special kind of glove or like any glove? Will
like
do?
they bless the glove.
They bless
Yeah,
the glove.
dude. Like this is real. I'm not shitting you. If you
God
get,
bless gloves? No, I don't want to touch that.
yeah.
I'm good.
Because this really
Is this the one
happened.
you guys are talking about?
Yeah, that's the real doll.
That's
bro.
the real doll.
Yeah.
It's crazy
It's-
because it looks so different from the movie. This is the
No,
more,
this
like,
is the real doll.
But in the movie, they went with a more like
Yeah,
plastic
more of
look,
a more of
plastic,
like
But this one's
horror
the more
one,
like
yeah.
cotton one.
Yeah.
Okay, that's weird.
It's crazy because it looks unassuming. It's
It looks like a Raggedy Ann doll.
exactly
right. But then
It's just an
like-
unassuming like toy doll and all that.
out
Right.
of all
Yeah.
the stuff in like the Warren's museum, this doll is the one you do not want to mess with. Or like because a lot of people already did that, and one dude actually died from messing with a doll. So like, imagine like going to the Warren's museum and be like trying to do
Yeah.
a doll and
If that was the case,
Oh,
I'd
wait, it is a Raggedy Ann doll.
yeah, it is yeah.
It was like if that was the case, I'd rather look at the crying baby than to touch the doll. Speaking of which, I still can't get over that, man. It's like if you look at the painting, you are gonna get sick looking at.
Oh, the crying child painting.
Oh yeah, the one I told you.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh, the cursed painting.
I swear to God, if that was the thing that made me
You kind of
sick,
feel lightheaded looking at it, though.
no, I looked at it, I was like, nope. I do not want to look at it again. I was like, after, you know what the funny thing was, like after we saw that, I was like 5 days later, like I got a fever, and I got a fever was like for 5 days.
Yeah, bro.
And
See,
I was
like,
like-
look at this. This is the Annabelle doll, bro. No, that's not a bit. It's the Annabelle doll. Look at that.
Nope.
They have a warning sign that says positively do not open.
Are you talking about the painting, or are you talking about the
The
kid?
real doll.
Oh,
itself.
okay.
Like,
Positively do not open.
yeah, bro. Like, I'd even have the demon card on it, like right there, bro. Like,
Is that a tarot card?
yeah,
What?
of the devil.
Damn.
I
Tarot.
don't know, but if I ever get a chance to go there, I'll probably look at everything except for that doll.
I don't know. I wouldn't want to look at that doll. I'm gonna practice my social distancing. I think that's.
Bro, I'm gonna pull up. What's up, man? Hey!
It's like now you know that there's two different types of people in this world.
Like when it comes to ghosts, I'm terrified of them, but I have like the mermaid man mentality whenever I see him. Bring it on! Bring it on!
I was like, I was like, the same thing with Earl, and I remember he.
It's just a picture.
I mean, at some point, he's probably gonna ask us to go to La Fiesta one day, just at night, just to
You guys are just asking for it.
Yeah, this was the one we're talking about.
Oh God!
I'm gonna give you just stare at it.
Like, if you really look at it, yeah, it like what he said, he became sick after looking at it. So
He's terrified, man.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't want to look at it.
All right, let's get away from the floor stuff. What is you guys' favorite first-person movie?
First-person movie?
There's not a
oh,
lot,
I
there's
know,
not
I
a lot.
know.
Like,
Okay.
or maybe in the shoes of someone, like you're videoing
Yeah, like
something.
they're videoing, but it's a movie. They make
Okay.
it into a movie.
Okay, I gotta say, I think one of the most interesting ones for me has got to be Cloverfield.
Yeah, that's on my mind, dude.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bro.
dude, that's the best.
Hardcore Henry.
Hardcore Henry.
Yeah.
What?
It's a first person movie.
Yeah, the parkour. Like,
Oh,
with, like,
parkour
shooting.
movie.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. That was a good movie.
Oh.
That and then also.
Oh, you're thinking.
Quarantine? You guys seen
Oh,
Quarantine?
Quarantine.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I heard about that.
Quarantine.
Yeah.
Whoa.
That was messed up.
Mhm.
But it was a good movie too. Yeah, not a lot of like first person movies out there.
I think I remember Cloverfield because like South Park did a parody of it.
Yes.
It was like Randy like we're here.
Right. But Cloverfield was, man, the plot twist on that.
So, I was looking at the chat. Milano asks, boys, what's your thought on Andrew Tate? This is
I respect women. Just kidding.
Oh my god.
Dude, you know what's funny? He showed me that video on like.
Oh, hey, what do you do for a living? Oh, I talk nice and I make people happy. F that, bruh. F that. Honestly, this Andrew Tate stuff is just, I don't know, man.
It's hard. And we talked. We did touch up on Andrew Tate a couple of weeks ago, and you know, the guy makes some pretty interesting points. Like looking after your family is important. Being able to focus on
But
yourself is
there's
important.
just sometimes he kind of just goes overboard, you know.
His
That guy's messed up, dude.
Yeah,
He's an extreme fundamentalist, bro, when it comes to manliness.
yeah. I was like,
like
he needs to
the
come
one
along
you
with it.
said, right? Like,
There's a difference between being a man and being a dick.
Yeah.
Andrew Tate's just a straight up dick.
I mean, like what Simon said in the other podcast was, what did you say? It was about like, oh, if I love this person, yeah, dude. Right?
His thoughts on love were just like this. If like he says it verbatim. Wait, I gotta.
Alright, here we go. Where are your sunglasses?
You gotta wear the sunglasses,
Cigar,
bro.
right there, Nico.
The stickle.
Do it, dude.
It was like.
Now we just gotta shave your head.
So,
I want to make sure. I'll be a yes man. I'll just say yes to everything you said.
alright. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
All right. If I love my girl, right,
Yeah.
and I have sex with her, that's love.
Oh,
Now,
yeah.
see here, if I go to bed with another woman and I have sex with her,
Yeah.
but I still love my girl, right?
Oh, yeah.
Then that's not love. That's exercise.
I see.
Yeah.
Makes sense, my man.
Yeah.
Like, bro, all of this podcast where you'll have his boyfriends going to say yes to him. Yeah,
Trying to convince everybody like,
That's
this guy got a
makes
wife.
sense.
Yeah.
I was like, man, I don't even know, man. I was like, yeah, like it's got to another point where like he has his own need.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, like everybody's like, what color is your Bugatti?
Oh my goodness. I know, like, there's a song that, like, every time you see him, there's also a song that accompanies him or something.
Actually, no, it's funny. It's on my playlist.
Yeah, I mean, that's a song.
Yeah, it's a song everybody knows. Wait, hold it. It's a French song. It's called "Tori Mere Vide" by Indila. So it goes like this. I can't play the whole thing because of copyright. So it's first.
What colors are gone?
It's like you hear. It's like once you hear that, everybody's like, "Oh my God, it's Andrew Tate." The funny thing was, I played that song like in class just to see like who would get the reference, and they were like, "Oh my God, it's Andrew Tate."
What's scary is that like little kids are listening to him.
Yeah, exactly.
And the fact that they're probably going to believe everything he says, there's a good chance those kids are going to probably keep it with them for a long while.
No. The thing is like, I have a little bit of faith because they'll be able to discern the difference between being a gentleman and just being an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I do hope for that. I do hope for that. But yeah, you can't help but admit that he has a level of influence on individuals who tend to feel the same thing too.
Yeah.
Like they feel that they're being oppressed by women, and that they feel that the loss of masculinity is slowly going away. And whenever I look at TikTok videos, it's starting to show. Like even if you take Andrew Tate off of the face of social media, there's no denying the level of presence that he has on his viewers, and it's being reflected. I see TikTok videos of people saying that Andrew Tate will rise, and that the age of masculinity is slowly coming back. We will come back, right? And see, with that said and done, it's like it's scary because like masculinity is important. Don't get me wrong. It's something that should be. It's something that should still be. Maintained, but
Being respectful, like the other stuff that you need.
Exactly. I mean,
Dude, I'm sorry. I just love how you're holding that stick.
Oh, wait, you did a yes member? Yeah.
There's the yes man right there. And I'm like, you're kind of fun though. I love it.
I said that with such like.
Yeah.
I said that with such seriousness while holding it like a cigar.
Right.
I was like, it's interesting because like cigars work a lot differently compared to smoking or vaping, right? Because when you puff a cigar, you're not inhaling the entire thing. You're not supposed to inhale.
Oh my goodness, if you did, oh boy.
There's actually like different types of cigars. There's actually what do you call that one? There's whiskey. There's I forgot. My friend told me about this, but like there's different types of cigars you can try. Like there's acidy flavors. Yeah, bro. It's mostly like flavor wise on how you
okay.
Yeah. The acidy flavor one was pretty good in my opinion when I tried it out. So.
It still feels weird, like the idea of puffing.
It's much stronger though.
Yeah.
Very, very strong.
It's like you can. It feels weird inhaling cigar as I've heard most people who have tried it, and it's also like cigars are expensive.
Yeah.
Like
And they
There's
stink.
there's some are, and then there's like the cheaper ones, which is like
It stinks.
below 20 or
I think the one in AB Street they sell for $10 for 5 packs.
Oh, the cigars?
Yeah, for cigars.
Yeah, the next podcast, everybody should just get a cigar.
Bro, the room's just gonna.
It's like
No,
the goodbye smoke alarm.
Wait, there's a chance that Simon's like students are watching, so we gotta keep it PG, so we're gonna use Stickles, bro.
Stickles,
You're
yeah.
just gonna hear crunching ones and all.
This is the cookies and cream flavor.
We all gotta wear a suit as well.
I wouldn't be surprised if there was a cookies and cream vape juice.
There is.
There
There is. Dog. Yeah,
see what I
there
mean?
is.
It just be that.
This is Red Bull.
That's right.
Yeah, bro. It literally says, well, it says Red Energy, but it's like Red Bull. So.
I was like, Red Bull compared to Red Bull is like the stand. I feel like Red Bull is like the standard like gamer drink, right? Like right next to G.
No, no, it's like. What's your guys' go-to like energy drink?
For
Man,
me,
I'm
No
boring.
energy drink
No,
for
no,
me.
energy,
yeah.
Ever since 5 hour, that's not bad.
hours of energy now. Some crash later.
So,
I've never, dude. I've never tried 5 hour energy.
yeah,
Never
Really?
in my life.
the crash is just, oh my goodness,
Yeah, it's not.
imaginable.
For me, I don't drink like those like energy sodas like Red Bull and all that, but I go with alternatives like Bacchus because it has taurine and all. It helps you sleep. But you guys know that Korean energy drink, right? So especially
Oh,
in,
that?
yeah, in
Oh.
longer semesters and all that, when I was taking college for like a good 4.5 years and all that, especially during exam or any like time where there's a test, I get like this Korean drink called Bacchus, and it's pretty potent, but it doesn't keep you up at night. Like when you need to sleep, it'll let you sleep, but if you need a little bit more energy, it helps out. It's less than $1.
Is that the dark brown?
Yeah, that
one,
yeah.
Small,
Yep.
that one I used to drink when I was a kid.
Yeah, dude, that shit carried my ass in college, man.
You know what's funny? my dad drink that a lot when I was a kid, and I thought that was alcohol because it came in a 6-pack.
Exactly.
It came in one of those 6-pack bottles, and I was like,
And
can
the
I?
cap literally.
I was like, can I drink? I was like, can I drink this? And my dad would tell me, no, don't do it because you're not old enough. And I thought it's like from that point on, I was like,
Yeah.
because
And
it
it's
looks like
always near the alcohol section.
That's
that's the thing. It's always near the alcohol section.
Oh, someone in chat said "bang for the win."
Ooh,
That's
bang.
a good.
Bang.
That's oh
A
yeah.
lot of people.
Yeah,
Back these days.
Bang's my go-to drink. Like,
But man, I feel like
Or
crap.
body armor. I'm not sure if that's.
oh, body armor is also pretty good to go to.
Is it like electrolyte, like
I-
Gatorade kind of thing?
I wouldn't necessarily because I don't think it has electrolytes. I've tried it actually. It's Pastor Matt's go-to drink for runs.
Oh, body armor.
Now I know
Yeah.
the secret.
Secret
Matt, if you're
juice.
watching.
Secret juice.
That's the.
Secret
Yeah,
juice.
that's the secret. It's the
Secret
secret
juice.
juice. The secret juice.
But which one will flavor?
Which flavor?
You gotta go to Matt's sermons. Matt, I'm gonna interrupt you for the sake of the Lord. What flavor is your body armor drink? Oh my god.
I think his default go-to is strawberry banana.
Alright.
Every banana.
Alright, well, bro, like tomorrow I'm gonna head to the store, experiment.
Yeah, it's crazy because body armor is like is around stores now. So like a lot of
It's everywhere.
athletes will drink it either as a pre-drink or a post.
There's this one drink I really want to try. It's from actually Logan and JJ.
What?
KSI. Their drink.
Oh,
Brian,
yeah,
bro.
Brian.
Yeah.
Energy drink?
Yeah.
It's like a yeah.
It's like an energy drink.
I don't know that like I've seen it in like some YouTubers videos or podcasts and I'm like, if only we had that, I would really want to try that.
if only. Like if they somehow like ship this to Saipan, I would probably because like here's the thing, like they like everything that is usually advertised online, right?
Yeah.
They don't always say that they ship to U.S. territory. That's the sad thing. It's like we're here, we're part of the U.S. guys. Can't you just look at us?
We're a Commonwealth. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that I'm talking about. Because if we are like Guam is, a lot of stuff will change. A lot.
Yeah, Guam be hectic now, man. Like there's plenty shootings happening, man.
Are you for real?
Yeah, bro.
In Guam?
Yeah.
Damn.
But hey, shout out to my Guam people out there. You know what I'm
Alright.
saying? I'm not hating on you guys.
Shout out to my Guam peeps too that are
Yeah.
watching here. We love you.
Got a lot of like peeps I know that goes to Guam for college, and so far, yeah, they told me it's a lot louder than inside Saipan.
Mm.
I'd say here is just more like laid back.
Yeah. Well, we don't have much shootings that have happened. I mean, if anything, the only shooting that has happened was like 10 years ago.
Thank
Like,
God.
No, I could remember remember that day, bro. Like elementary.
Yeah, I was in elementary student too.
I thought it was a game, but then like they said there was a shooter. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Bro, that was like I was at MHS right at that time, and that was like pretty close to where the shooting happened. So
Yeah, the guy that went from kind of Tallinn and went like.
yeah, and then he went down to Bonsai and just like shot everybody down there.
And it was pretty sad too that the family you shot, they were actually holding a kid's birthday party too. It was pretty messed up.
It's like gun control is something that needs to be.
Whoa! That scared me!
Bro,
Who cheered?
is that my boy Greedy? Yo, Greedy, thank you so much again
Bro,
for the.
that scared me, bro.
Thank you so much again for the vid, man. How you been?
Oh, yo,
What did I miss?
speaking of like gun control, have you heard the new purge law?
Oh, bro, I heard about that. I heard about that. I was like, what
Yo,
the hell?
Yo, okay, everybody in the chat, if you guys are young, well, this is educational wise, but like, if I'm not mistaken, it's the state of Illinois where
Yeah.
they're the first ones to do this law. It's like purge,
I was like, they're going to release the criminals who have committed heinous acts, and that, like, I think they're going to release them for a certain amount of time. Right?
yeah.
So,
Yeah, dude, it
Yes.
is messed up, bro. Because when I found out, I was like reading the article on Instagram, and I'm just like, there's no way like this law should be passed.
Okay, so I'm getting mixed. I'm searching it up. Some news outlets saying this is bullshit. Some news outlets is confirming it. So I'm gonna have to like verify.
Yeah,
this.
like be clear, yeah.
Because like a lot of news outlets are very biased on certain topics. So if you guys are ever doing research on anything, just if you're gonna research one topic, be sure the golden rule is like four articles or 4 sources. You gotta make sure that there is no bias and there is no conflict with the stuff you're researching. If you guys are in school, please do that.
Yeah. It's important to be up to date, but it's also important to be cognizant of the information that you take in. In a lot of cases, like you do not want to essentially like get your information straight from social media sources, for one thing, because even the sites that they give off will bend it, like will either bend the truth or misinterpret the information. And in some cases, what's even scummier is that some news agencies will bend it around to fit in their agenda.
don't believe everything you see on everywhere.
Exactly.
Do your research.
Do a lot of research.
We live in a stimulated world, guys.
We live in a society.
Stay woke.
Yeah.
Stay enlightened.
This new age has definitely changed. This new age has definitely changed. Has changed around a lot, and there's a lot of beliefs. There's a lot of belief systems out there now, and there's a lot of new ideas being shared. And I mean, it's nice to have an open mind about these kind of things, but it's also like it also makes you wonder like about the whether or not it's appropriate. Like for example, the fat positivity culture.
Ooh.
What's your guys' take on that?
Okay, for me, to keep it short, it's okay to be where in your current state, but there's always room for improvement. You know, it's not healthy to stay fat because of all the health risk and all that, and in my opinion, I encourage you guys to do something about it, because I'd rather have you guys live longer lives than to wallow in your own current form. Everyone here has a chance to live their best life, and there's no point. Like, you guys should give up. It's better to start now than never. Because, like, in my opinion, it's just my opinion, people who do fat acceptance and all that, I find them defeatist. They're, like, encouraging, unsafe behavior, because you guys know what obesity does in the long run. It's terrible.
Yeah.
Like, there are people who are suffering that problem, and they're dying really early, like 40s and 30s. That's not good. Everyone in this world has the opportunity to take control of their health, but you shouldn't be a defeatist about it. You guys have what it takes to, make the best of it. So please, I highly encourage you guys to, stay away from that. You guys should take control of your body and do what you guys can, little by little. Even if it's like a small amount of workout or exercise, you guys have that capability to do something about your current state in your body and all that.
Right. Actually, so there was I remember mentioning this earlier before the podcast. So there's this model out there. She's a plus size model, and her name is Tess Holiday. And so like the thing about her, let me see if I can find her cover magazine. This is basically how she looks like.
Yeah, I think I've seen a photo.
The cover.
Tess Holiday?
Yeah, Tess Holiday. That's her. She was so this was her recent Cosmo front page cover, and so of course there's a lot of interpretations based on her cover, because for one thing she's definitely broken the trend, because it's usually like when you think of Cosmo, right, you usually think of like
fit looking people,
Yeah.
slim and all that.
right. So she have like with her on the cover, a lot of people out there are giving her praise for for being,
Like stepping up.
for stepping up,
Yeah.
for being brave, and I do feel this is a good way to break through that. It also presents a lot of controversy in that regard, like what you like how you mentioned, like for her to be able to get to get there, right. She has this thing where she has this philosophy that she adopts, which is health at every size, and it's even got to the part where she says F your beauty standards as well. So like in terms of like the fat in terms of like the fat positivity, like her take is that you should be able to accept who you are and be proud of it, and
Yeah, I agree with that, except your body and everything, but there comes to a limit, like what Arnell said, like health. You gotta watch your health too. Like where you can be plus size and all that, embrace it, yes, but if it's leading to more health complications down the road, you have to do something about it.
right,
It only benefits you, not the people around you.
exactly. It was kind of weird also, like when Adele for a while was like when she went through a massive when she went through a massive weight change,
Bro,
She
yeah.
lost
Jimmy,
mass.
right?
Bro,
She
yo,
did.
even Rick Ross.
yeah.
Rick Ross too went to.
The stupid part about it was that when she finally lost weight, like she got a lot of like negative feedback from the fat positive community, saying she's betrayed us, she's not one of us anymore, kind of thing. And man, there's so much to uncover. There's so much to cover in terms of that storyline. It's like it's promoting it's essentially promoting an unhealthy lifestyle.
Exactly.
It's like, don't get me started, like, because your weight is associated with the potential health risks that it can get, such as diabetes, high blood pressure.
Yeah.
Man,
If you guys want a more in-your-face perspective, keep in mind, as you grow fat, your skeleton doesn't get any bigger. It stays the same as it is. Once you get heavy as hell, you ain't moving an inch. So guys, be careful. Your skeleton will, stay as it is. But as you grow fatter, that's the only thing that changes. You're fat.
You guys ever seen 600? My 600. My
Yeah,
600 life?
Yeah.
like-
that?
Bro. I was
I
like,
mean, that's comes to the point of like her really wanting to change. You know, it's just like her mindset is there in a way, you
Yeah.
can say, but it's like the drive is not.
yeah, I think what was her name? Tammy, right? Tammy.
Yeah.
Man, like when I saw her, when I saw her with her appointment with the doctor, man, like she had a grumpiest look on her face, like she didn't want she didn't want to admit like the things that were
Going on.
yeah. It was like
And it's crazy because the sister had a huge transformation. Yeah. Because like when you see it, it's I say it's the drive.
Losing weight will change your life. I agree with this.
oh yeah.
Let's go.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir, yeah.
that's my boy Green, man.
And we're not enforcing it on anything. We're just don't get too big where it will come into medical or health issues down the line.
Yeah, man. Like heart attack, like so the scariest is like having a heart attack, strokes.
But it's like kind of weird though, because you like when you lose weight, that's when like some people kind of think like off. Like, is this person on drugs or you know? Because I remember before I used to be like really chubby until I lost weight. Like this was like a couple years back, and then a lot of people were like thinking of me like I was doing drugs, you know.
Right.
But my mentality was every day I would just run, bro, and have like a good diet plan on the side, you know.
And that's the thing about like, there's always gonna be naysayers.
Yeah,
no
man.
matter what you do in life, there's always gonna
And
be.
it's funny because you know they're gonna be in the back of your screen, and then to themselves they're the ones not doing, you know, losing weight. Like, what if they're fat too? You know, like just hating.
For those who are like doing, you know, little by little workouts and all that, or in a journey themselves to become a better person and become healthier, focus on the problem, not the distraction.
Yeah.
You guys have a goal, and whatever like nonsense is in the background, just mute it and do what you need to do and get to the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because it's benefiting you, not the person, not the naysayers that are
True.
saying like, oh, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Like, this is not. I'm not doing it for you. I'm doing it for myself.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, as a interest when it comes to intrinsic motivation, like at the end of the day, even if somebody tells you to do this or that, or you look at all the ways on how to lose weight, right? Ultimately, it boils down to your decision whether you want to make this this lifestyle change, because that's the thing. You essentially are changing. You're essentially trying to change a habit or no, a lifestyle of your own, where
And that's not easy.
yeah,
it's
it-
not,
it's
man.
definitely
It's not.
Yeah. And that's where, like you said, like motivation, you really have to be picking the right motivation. You can't just say, oh, I want to lose weight because this and that person looks like this, I want to look like that. That can go for so long until it just, you stop being motivated.
exactly.
You get the right motivation for you, end of the day, you can be like, okay, reminding yourself,
I think to myself also, because somebody mentioned this to me when I was in the gym, and he told me it's not so much on motivation, but discipline.
There you
Because
go.
the motivation motivation
fickle
comes and
emotion.
goes.
It's fickle.
But when
It
you
comes and goes.
when you build that discipline, even on days when you don't want to go, that's where you know you have it set. Because for a lot of us, like there's a like doing a workout is not always the easiest thing to do, especially like when you're tired after a busy day of work, after looking after the kids, right? It's just you kind of have to you either have to make adjustments to do it, or uh, suck it up and just go through with it. A lot of circumstances, will prevent you from doing what you need to do. It's just how exactly are you willing to do it?
Yeah. And also, it helps too to surround yourself with people having a similar goal that you have.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So that just gives you even more positivity, because you can be working out, and then one of your buddies or complete strangers comes and talk to you, and you share your plans, they share theirs, and hey, a friendship can start. So that's one of the beauties of working out, exercising.
Oh yeah.
There's just so much new people you can meet.
There's just
But then there's the negative side too.
there's that sense of when you come together as a group, when you build up a community, I feel like there's just this there's just this integral motivator inside of you that wants to continue to keep moving forward. I feel like it's a beautiful feeling in itself. Which is why, when I look at Roadside Fam, as a running community, people in there are motivated to to come together to essentially just run. And
And it's nice that it's been created for that opportunity of feeling secure. You know?
Yeah.
So no one's judging you. You're just doing your own thing.
yeah,
And that's why you gotta surround yourself with people that have the
Sure.
same goal as you.
yeah. I think that's something you'll tend to learn as you continue to get older. Because you want to be able to be with people that can help you grow.
Yeah, exactly. So about that fat, still make it into a health problem. And always love yourself.
Yeah.
That's another thing.
Mhm.
Always love yourself.
Ah.
That was deep, guys.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
that was
a good one, though.
that was
That
deep.
was a good one.
Low key, I want to run.
Yeah,
Low key.
Fake this.
I mean, also too,
Oh, God,
I would say too, when you're a little bit overweighted, right, and then you've been in a relationship, I would say too, I guess being in a heartbreak, bro.
Yo.
What's going on? Hold on.
Yeah, somebody slapped the wiener on her chest.
Wow.
Hey,
These guys don't respect the grind, man.
there's a good mark.
Cowards, bro. Whoever was the mod, good interception. Thank you.
Yeah.
Good interception.
Shouts out tomorrow, man. Dude, that was totally out of nowhere though.
Dang, though, the disrespect.
But yeah, what were I saying?
Whoa, what the hell happened?
Okay, those
there?
guys were scared to grind, bro.
I mean, you kind of wish you had that though.
No, but also too, I how I became skinny was also too from a breakup,
Oh,
that gave me that mentality,
Right.
I'm not gonna look good for anybody, I'm just gonna do this on myself, and then that's when a lot of people were freaking out, dude, what happened to you, bro?
The best thing to do is not to do it for people, but for yourself.
Yeah. I had to take a step back for a while, in May, because I was going through some issues of my own, and in the midst of that, I missed out on a lot. I injured my knee, and I also found myself I jumped back to 210 pounds when I was looking at the scale, and I was like, this is definitely not where I wanted to be. And so when I got it back into the gym, when I started working out again, I had to repurpose my thoughts and remember why I wanted to be in the gym. Because when I look at my pictures from back then, post COVID, man, I looked at myself in the mirror and I looked at my picture and I was like, this was me. and
It's good to look back at old photos, bro. It's like a more like, like saying to yourself, like, I fucking did it, you know?
right.
Like, this is fucking me.
There's something about that feeling, like when you go through the process, right, and you compare to yourself now to how you were back then. That in itself really tells the story. Like when you see the process that comes in, and you know the struggles that you had to go through in order to get to where you are today. Actually, I think about it too. Also, because this year I started doing the running challenge, where I run a mile, at least a mile a day. And what I've learned out of that whole experience is that, within the first 3 weeks, it's the hardest. Because they say it takes about 21 days to be able to break a habit, right? So within those days, I had moments where like I didn't feel like I wanted to run. I didn't have the motivation to do it. But then after a while, I realized, like, if you're running a mile a day, especially if it's your first time, sometimes your average time would be about like 30 to 20 to 30 minutes.
Right.
Like if it's your first time running and you don't like running, maybe even longer, right? If you walk it out, it's on average 30 minutes. But over time, you start to get to the point where once you start to make it a habit, that 30 minutes actually becomes 20 minutes, and
True. Yeah.
you go down maybe 15 minutes, maybe down to 11, and eventually you start to see, like, now I just got back to running 9-minute miles, which is great.
Right.
Yeah.
Congrats, man.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So when I look at it now, it's like, if you look at it from a 24-hour perspective, right? Because people will mention that they don't have a lot of time in their hands, right?
That was my excuse when I started out.
Work, school, family. These are the circumstances that we face, and it's understandable. But if you look at it this way, right? If you at least step outside for 30 minutes and go for a walk, you realize that's 30 minutes out of your 24-hour life that you just need to commit to yourself.
Yeah.
And when you put that thought in your head, that's actually not a lot of time.
Yeah.
Like if you look at it from a lifespan perspective.
Yeah.
And it's like would you could take the action now, or would you rather suffer the consequences later on as you go down to your deathbed?
Oh yeah.
And it's going to be harder too, if you're going to wait that long.
Exactly.
Better early than never.
Yeah, and like walking for the most part, or running, is one of those exercises where you don't need too much, right?
Yeah.
Like, I think that at best all you need are like shoes, or like how the Kenyans do it. They don't even use shoes at all when they run.
Yo, those
Minimalist
guys
approach.
could run
Oh,
like.
yeah.
And they say it's much better to run barefoot.
Because it's natural.
Yeah.
And all that.
Oh yeah,
Look at Mr. Jang.
dude, Mr. Jag, man.
And don't forget Mr. Lee. Yo.
Yeah.
Lee now,
Yeah.
Mr. Lee
Yeah.
now, too.
Barefoot
I
running.
think how Mr. Lee came to about was he trained with actually Mr. Jang.
Really?
Mr. Jang was the
Yeah.
first
He
like
trained too.
barefooted runner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember I was running with him during.
This is kind of funny too with Mr. Jang though. Like I give him props, like for running with no shoes. He also plays tennis with no shoes, man. Yeah, bro. And Mr. Jang is really good in tennis.
Oh,
Yeah,
damn.
like straight up good.
man.
Just like
And then,
I think he's just used to not wearing shoes anymore. I guess.
and then there's my bitch ass complaining when I step on a pine cone or something. I'll be like, oh, my feet.
Bro, look at it. He ran up on top of the show barefooted, dog. Like,
Dude.
Ooh.
Hey, bro.
Subs, hey.
God dang. Yo.
Appreciate it.
Yo.
Gifted subs.
This
Oh,
guy
What's up,
coming in with
Giddy?
the gifted subs. Yo. Greed,
Thanks,
bro.
man.
Appreciate it.
Guys, if you guys
Appreciate
haven't followed my good friend Greed, man, you guys gotta check this guy out, man. He's also a really good streamer.
I swear, if like the people watching this Twitch chat gets motivated to run, please be careful of traffic. We don't want to be responsible for injury.
Yeah, we don't want to be like, we don't want to see anything in KSPN2 news like streamer audience. You know,
Like the
that wasn't us. Don't sit on us.
The topic on running, right? Yeah. Like it's a good feeling. You could go anywhere just to run. I wouldn't recommend near the dogs, but you know.
If you want a challenge and a new hat, go for it. It's a great idea. It builds character.
It's crazy. But yeah, best practices when you run outside of your house.
Mhm.
If you're like me and you like to listen to music, don't put it on max.
Ah.
Man, I know there's a dog in the back chasing you,
Bro!
or like a gang of dogs, you know, just waiting. Like, oh, he has his earphones on. It's a good time now.
Did you guys come across any dogs when you guys did the 5K yesterday?
No, we hurt them.
Yeah,
But-
there was this one cute boony dog that tried to one-up me, but I was like, man, I'm taking you home if you try to bite me. Dude, he was so cute, man. I was like, oh, you
If I see a pit bull, that's it. I'm ending the fight. Like,
bro.
yo, I'm turning around, dog. Like, yeah, it's one dog, but that's not a dog. That's a human being inside that. You know, I'm
But
out.
for the most part, the route was safe. No one got eaten. Bro, Sildre was so funny. He was like, he was willing to be the first one out. I think he told you this, where he's like, Mike, if I go down, go ahead and take the medal.
Yeah, that was an interesting event. It was beautiful, honestly. That
Oh, yeah.
First Hangman run.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
It's like that, so that was.
I'm telling you now, the downhill was the best part, man.
Yeah.
All the tension just goes away, and it's just smooth sailing from there.
Awesome.
Running up a hill is like, going down it is like more
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Running up a hill is never.
I would say like when dogs chase you, it's another motivation to just keep running. You don't stop.
You're trying to outrun. You're trying to outrun a dog.
Man, it's like an aggressive chihuahua and you're back like, oh no.
Bro, I'm gonna be like, alright, time to bring it home.
But you can't because it's aggressive. So
I
it's
know,
like,
unfortunately.
you know what?
It's like a ball, like a demon ball or something.
I remember getting bit by a dog, and it is not the best. Like, and the thing was, like, I was just walking home. Like, I just finished the run, right, and I'm on my way home. I see a dog, I'm like, oh, hey, it's a really nice dog. It was my neighbor's dog. It was like, oh, you're here to greet me. And he bit me on the leg, and I was like, what?
I got bitten by the quads here. It's a small scar though, but man, as a kid, I was like crying my ass off, man, when that dog bit me.
Man.
It's right here. It's a small scar. Oh, it's still here too. Hey. But yeah. Even though if it did bite me, I'm not scarred for life. In fact, I have like 2 dogs that like to play wrestle me. Those guys are assholes, but I love them so much.
You know what's crazy though? Like in Spain, they have this thing where you have to run away from a bull.
Ah, yeah,
The animals
I
go
would
out
be
to
down to do that.
Oh, dude.
I would be down.
For real?
I don't care if
I'm
you
down
pay
to
me.
fight ghosts, but not that.
Why, bro?
My opinion, dude. Whoever that's.
Would you
that,
be down?
I wouldn't
What?
be down.
Come on,
I
bro.
love
Bulls are heavy, man.
Dude, I love watching it because when the people get hit, I was like, there you go.
Yeah, they coming.
Yep, I hope you die. Yeah, no.
That would be like a dream come true. It's like, oh, this is my first jackass stunt, you know, but it's not filmed or anything, but it's on you, you know.
I mean, I know it's an annual event too.
I would
It
be
is,
down.
it is. That's why
I would
love
be
getting-
down.
seeing people get hit. It's like, there you go. I hope you break your neck.
If you ever see me on television with a Saipan flag running, you already know.
That reminds me of a joke. That reminds me of a joke I watched on a comedy show. So the joke went like this. All right, so this guy goes to Spain, right, and he watches a bullfight. And next to this bullfight, there's this small restaurant,
Yeah.
right? And he goes to the restaurant, and he looks at the menu, and the menu special is try the bull's balls. right. And so he goes to the waiter, right? And he says, waiter, I'd like to have your bull's balls, please. And so he goes in, and he brings in a plate, right? It's a giant plate with just bull's balls, right? And it's nice, it's presented. And so we tried it for the first time, and he was like, oh, this is great. And then he asks the waiter, it's like, so why do these called bull's balls? So he says, usually what happens is in a bullfight, if the bull gets
Slain.
yeah, the bull gets slain and their balls get castrated, right? And they're like, oh, okay, this is really nice. So he comes back to Spain 2 years later, same restaurant, and he orders bull's balls again. But this time, when the waiter comes in, it's smaller, and so he looks at the waiter confused and is like, huh, waiter, why are they smaller? And so the waiter goes and says, well, sometimes the bull wins.
Cool fun fact for everyone. So, whenever Lamborghini names their cars, they're named after the bulls they slain.
What?
Yeah.
Oh.
Huracan,
Aventador.
yeah, Aventador. Those are all bull names. Remember, Lamborghini's logo is a bull.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
Imagine
Fun
being
fact, guys. See?
imagine being slain only to be named after a
Veneno and all that. Dang.
Lamborghini.
Huracan.
Like Lamborghinis are kind of like the standard rapper
The stereotype.
yeah,
Don't
like
forget my Pagani. No, wait, no, Pagani's not that mentioned. It's okay, guys. Pagani's still best car. But yeah, there's like a lot of stereotypical rapper cars. Hey guys, you can make Ferrari. I'm gonna be that one-hit wonder rapper. Makes one song. It's
It just
popular.
drops off.
Yeah.
Island boy.
Yo, those two were like a troll, man.
Bro.
They do look like trolls, like the grumpy old troll who lives under the bridge.
What's the one in Rugrats?
Oh wait.
yeah.
Yeah, Cynthia.
Oh, bro. That
Those two are like, they look like a knockoff of 6ix9ine, bro. Like even worse.
they look like they stemmed off of 6ix9ine.
What if that's like 6ix9ine's cousin? In theory.
Or if you want to go with the Harry Potter method, bro, that's his Horcrux, bro.
Oh god,
Bro.
Alright, we're gonna have to smack him with a shovel to make sure he never revives. Those two.
Actually, this might be an interesting time to transition to our last portion. So we were actually the thing was we were actually talking about this for the past week, and so like this theory comes up about the future of humanity. And
Oh yeah, there we go. Yes, there.
And so like there's this video that came out recently that I watched like years ago, and I was mentioning it to the guys. It's called All Tomorrows, and basically this video is there's a 40-minute video on YouTube. If you guys want to check it out, check out All Tomorrow: The Future of Humanity. And basically, it tells you how humans are going to look like millions of years into the future. And so, I introduced it to these guys, and yeah, it's going to be a very interesting discussion.
I'm never going to space ever again. Bruh. Okay, so in that video, okay. Alright, how do I, like, spark notes this nonsense? Okay, so humanity decided to go to space, and their first stop was Mars. After some magical science shit by putting microbes in Mars, adding water from the planet's inner areas and whatever and all that, Mars was inhabitable. And give it time, the humans that landed on Mars, and bear in mind, the humans that landed on Mars were little kids. They evolved in a way where they're a little taller, and they have like funny facial structure because of like Mars's different gravity and environment. Of course, the body has to like adjust to where it lives. And then, as time went by, the Martians and humans were like, "Y'all, I don't trust you guys. Let's go to war." And they didn't go to war with fancy like small arms and all that. They used like mechanized like weapons and all that to almost kill each other. And these weapons can essentially destroy one another's planets. Eventually, it ended up being a stalemate, and the Martians and the humans on Earth, they decided to make peace. Give it time. The humans, both the Martians and humans evolved to be called space noids, right?
Yeah,
Space
space
noids.
noids.
Yeah, space noids. And then they're essentially the gold standard of humans to live in space and all that. Like their bodies are accustomed to live in space. So that being said, they ended up like going through different planets. They all spread out, and this takes like place within hundreds and thousands of years and all that. Give it time. Humans they found the planets they could inhabit, and then they lived there and made empires too. Eventually, humanity got really advanced, but unfortunately, that's where their luck fell apart. There's this alien god thing. This is like some Alex Jones shit right here. But like, there's this alien god thing. Looks like, bro, I'm pretty sure I'm explaining Evangelion or something. But there's this alien god. His name is Q, spelled with a Q and the letter U. I know, the writer's kind of funny sometimes. But this alien god's like, yo, these humans are pretty fun experiments. I'm gonna go fuck them up. And this alien god entity Q managed to go to different planets where all the humans were at and fuck them up. Even the humans that resisted got like the biggest L there is. So after the decimation of humankind, what Q did was he used a good portion of humanity's technology to alter them to his liking. Or remember, keep in mind. Yeah, it's crazy because the god is sentient himself, and he has his own emotions too. So he just looked at the humans like, "Yo, I got some Play-Doh I can play with." And in that video, you'll see the different humans that evolved under Q's influence, and that's where the rabbit hole gets deeper. You got humans that turn into a wall of flesh. That's like one of the more disgusting ones. Yeah. You got humans that turn into flatfish or flat beings because of the high gravity and all that. And you got like those really tall. And keep in mind, the humans that evolved are now subspecies. They're no longer completely human like us. They're just subspecies of what they used to be like us. So yeah, they're basically a new brand. And keep in mind, that's our descendants. That's what our future turned into.
Do we actually call them the descendants if they're in the future, or?
Descent. Wait, hold on.
I think.
That video was just messed up.
No, yeah, ancestors is before, descendants is after.
Okay.
But yeah, basically our descendants turned into that ugly thing, like these ugly, grotesque things. But keep in mind, they may look ugly, but a good portion of those re-modified human subspecies, like their traits match the planet's needs most of the time. If you're like the fucking wall of flesh thingy, you guys are actually kind of screwed. But for the most part, you were built to be efficient to suffer longer because Q was just an asshole that day. There's like
suffer longer.
Yeah, because that faction of humanity resisted the most.
The most.
So Q was like, all right, because you guys were assholes, I'm gonna punish you guys more. And even if I merge you guys together into a wall of flesh, I'm gonna keep you guys like conscious. So essentially, like you can't hear it, but they're probably screaming in horror, knowing what the hell's going on.
And the thing is, like, it's when he says wall of flesh, this is a collection of humans. Like, so think of humans as like
Floor tiles.
Like floor tiles. And they're
With,
there
like eyes in them.
Yeah.
as like it's leathery like human skin,
And
right?
It's all connected to the
Yes. And what's terrifying is that Q designed them in a way where they're very efficient. Even if they get sick, they'll find a way to cure themselves and all because they work as a singular entity. and that's how they'll suffer longer. And Q did this purposely just to taunt them. I was like, my goodness, this is one petty alien god thingy.
I was like, yeah, I don't want to be a wall.
Hey, if you ever feel bad, at least you're not the. I keep forgetting their subspecies name, but there's this subspecies of humans. They tried to outsmart Q by hiding underground, but Q's like, no, I'm not born yesterday. He was like, all right, you motherfuckers hiding underground, I'm gonna turn you into rats without eyes.
Oh.
And it's sad because Q didn't kill them off. It was natural disasters. They died because of tectonic plate moves because they live underground. Another
crazy one is the pets, the humans that.
Oh yeah, I'm trying to remember them. Yeah, the lizards, right? Yeah, the lizard people and all that.
Oh yeah.
The lizard, I think the lizard tamers.
Yeah, something like that.
So like, the crazy thing is like they start. These are humans that tame lizards, but over a while, like these guys weren't evolving, and the ironic part was the ones that were evolving were the lizards, and it got to the point where the lizards started. They started taming the humans, and I was like, bruh.
It's just a messed up, but very creative video.
So what's beautiful about the book itself is how much detail was put into it. Although these human subspecies look stupidly grotesque, they, for the most part, have a purpose, and the author managed to give them a form of ecology. So, for those who don't know, an ecology is how a living thing interacts with its surroundings. Like, yeah, exactly. How we evolve, what these creatures learn from it, and all that. Like, if you guys want a quick example of an ecology, humans. Like, how do humans interact with the environment? If it's too hot, we'll install AC. That's like a good form of minor evolution or ecology. But yeah, it's a pretty well written book. I'm actually down to get a hard copy and read the whole Boogaloo itself. But yeah, I'll probably later on Simon will slap a link and you guys can take a peek for yourself. But my goodness, it's a pretty fun rabbit hole to deep in.
Oh. And
that's the funny part. We only introduced a small, at least half of the subspecies.
Right.
And then we go to the drama. Okay, so at least 10 of the subspecies, of the human subspecies, ended up working together to prevent what happened millions of years ago, like Q and the god alien Q fucking them up. But you have these contingents like the ruin hunters. So it's another subspecies of humans that were very lucky. Because although they were modified by Q himself, their planet wasn't as banged up as the others. Meaning that the human technology from before, like the ones we made, still remained. That gave those hunters an advantage, a technological advantage that's thousands of years or even millions of years ahead of them. But the downside was they have the technology, but not the critical thinking and brain for it. And they ended up really being jerks in the long run. And it got to a point where they're like, guys, you know what? Screw being in a mortal body. I'm just going to transfer my consciousness in a metal ball. And then the Boogaloo begins when they start being dicks to the other planets, like where the human subspecies were at. And then what they did was they started harassing the snake people. Yes, the snake people, by the way, in that book is still human, and I know they harassed a couple more planets too. And then I keep forgetting other subspecies. It's the Spatians or something, the humans that travel in space.
Oh.
Yeah, so that was the. Oh yeah, by the way, the metal ball people, the ruin hunters are now called Gravitals. They eventually evolved into that. So the Gravitals had beef with those space human people. So basically, the space human people are like the humans. They're like, nah, planets are overrated. I'm just gonna float in the middle of space and use my fart as propulsion. Right. The book is pretty funny with the explanation, but yeah, that's the explanation they went with, the farting mechanic. Anyway, they're like, yo, these guys are assholes. As they stared at each other, and they went to war. Eventually, the Spatians won, the space human subspecies, they won. And to prevent that from happening again, the Gravitals standing up to rebel against the other humans, what they did was, again, this is like a papalakong summary. I'm trying to like cram everything what I've learned in that 40-minute video. So what they did was they made another version of themselves. They're like, guys, let's make a lesser version of ourselves, like the space people, the floaty space people, to control the other weaker subhuman species to prevent that from happening again. But yeah, that's like the surface level summary, but I tried my best to like cram that 40-minute video into something quicker.
It's the craziest. It's the craziest theory out there, and the scary part about it is that it could be plausible. I mean, you know,
Not the only thing alive out there.
yeah, it makes me wonder about like space.
itself, bro, because no one really explored out there. You know, like we've only been to the moon, I guess. You know.
I was like, with all this talk about intergalactic travel, right? Possibilities are endless. There are galaxies far more than what the one that we exist in, and we don't know how many light years away we would be from all of that. But it makes you wonder, like, does it begs the question: are we alone? Are we alone out there?
Would you say you believe in aliens?
Ooh, ooh.
For me, I don't know, man.
There is.
I'm pretty sure we're not the only thing
Yeah.
alive out here.
Yeah, we're not.
Like, take for example, bro, the Egyptians. How the hell did they build the pyramids, bro?
Grinding hard work. Whey protein, whey.
Hell, they didn't even know what's a protein whey, bro. Like,
So the closest thing is an alligator or something.
or like you know those grain of
Yeah,
like.
man.
Yeah.
Bro, I bet those Egyptians were buff as hell, man. If they were managed. to-
No, but like
Rocks.
they have like a study on Egyptians so that they said like aliens actually helped them. No,
Aliens.
like if you really look at like Egyptian art, like you know those like old artworks they
You mean
have.
the hieroglyphics?
Yeah, yeah, bro. Like,
Huh.
I don't know.
When we talk about alien phenomena, I always look back to Stonehenge.
What?
Stonehenge. Yeah, if you think about it, how exactly was Stonehenge built?
Oh,
Right?
Oh, okay,
Right,
okay.
right. If you look
There
in,
you go.
yeah, if you look at its structure, you gotta think to yourself, there's no way it could have been gone. It could have been built like that unless there was unless they had a device.
Was that crane and
Yeah.
forklift?
Yeah,
Right,
you need some
right.
you need some
Yeah,
advanced.
yes, rocks, man.
You need advanced technology to be able to.
But did you hear the theory about the Stonehenge though? It's
Which
like
is?
another gateway.
A gateway?
Yeah, they're saying about
I
it.
gotta like.
What about
find
like
some
laddy
bro.
stones? It's not with that, bro.
More growth.
Yeah, more grinding.
But well, okay, speaking of, I know I'm meaning the answer, but like, do any of you guys know the Moai statue from the Easter Islands? So you know the Giga Chad statue and all that with that
Oh,
big ass head and chin.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
So
yeah.
what's cool is that if I remember correctly, these guys they just straight up get a bunch of rope and buff ass dudes to just tow that shit in the mountain. Like I believe the locals there, they actually tried to recreate it. Like they made the statue and they did the process of dragging the whole damn thing. I was like, bro. These guys, like, bro, forget gym memberships. I gotta live in the Easter Islands and start making those Giga Chad Moai statues, bro. Easy. But my poor back's gonna like give out after.
I'm pretty sure you need more than one person. To
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
you're gonna need a
Yeah.
buttload of people to tow that shit.
It actually makes me wonder how big were the like the Lottie stones, right?
All
This
right,
is
let's
going back
let's
to
do
the Lottie
this. Let's
stones.
do the calculation.
I was like how heavy were those things? You gotta imagine. 'Cause, like if you look at like Tinian for example, because Tinian has Lottie stones there.
Yeah, the house of
Right in the House of Taga, it makes you wonder how exactly
So
did they carry the.
Because there's a theory too that we were like the size of us right now. We were like pretty big actually.
so the shaft alone is 34 tons on average,
Jesus.
and the cap part, the one that looks like a cereal bowl, is 22 tons
What?
on average.
I was
That's
like,
heavy.
yeah, I was like, that's ton. How 1 ton is equivalent to 1,000 pounds. So it took like maybe like from what I've learned in history class was that it took like 6 to 10 people to carry that, man. And I'm thinking to myself, yo, I
There
just
must have been like a mechanism or technique. Because no
Or
way,
a
6 to 10
lumber or wood to
Yeah.
roll that thing in.
I'm like, man, I just deadlifted
Unless
you.
they have some ancient whey protein nonsense, bro, they better like share the secret, bro.
Imagine like going back in time and like seeing them like do this stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
And then ask like a
No way
villager,
you can, like, comprehend.
"Hey bro, how did you do this?" And then he just goes, "But it's minor."
Wait, I should have not gotta throw a spear at us. I'm like, why do you look like a floor tile with my flannel? No, like, you look like floor tile or alien or something. He's gonna throw a spear at me.
Uh,
Oh no.
But it's like good to just like see like a lot of like past history stuff, bro. It makes you just question about life in general, man.
yeah, man, it was like we're fortunate that we don't get to do as much of the stuff that they did, like hunting, gathering, and building. But it also makes you it also builds a sense of appreciation for the things that were not that were not there.
True.
Like, man, yeah, you have got to imagine like what their dad was like, what their training was like. Like, they didn't have things like gym training. They didn't need gym
We
training.
can treat injuries.
Oh, once you die, you just die,
Yeah,
bro.
man.
Like,
Oh no, I have a cut infection.
Perfect movie to like kind of title that is Lucy.
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 Have
Oh,
you
like
ever
one
seen
of the first hominids, right?
Yeah,
Or something like that?
yeah,
Yo,
where she,
yeah.
like, ate like a bunch of
Oh,
drugs,
yeah.
blue
Yeah.
drugs, and then she like got really smart.
What?
Yeah, and then she like disappeared into like the atoms and all that. Dude, it's a really intense movie.
That movie reminds me too of this other movie. This guy takes this like pill.
Limitless.
Yeah, Limitless. too.
Limitless.
Yeah. That
Is it the
movie
one
was.
with-
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, okay, okay, I should check that out later.
That's
And Limitless
really
was
nice.
with
Bradley.
yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's
That was a good movie.
That's-
Lucy was a good movie.
that's trippy.
Yeah. Was able to tap into all the satellites. Like,
Uh-huh.
It's crazy.
Wait, is this where the meme came from? What if we used 100% of our brain?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think dolphins use 10% or something like that.
Humans
We
also.
use 10%.
Like, a good friend of mine, she's a nursing major. I asked her, like, hey, what happens if we use 100% of my brain? She just stares at me, you're gonna have an aneurysm.
Oh.
It's trippy stuff.
It does make me wonder, like, what's inhibiting us from what's prohibiting us from using the other 90% of our
Being humans.
We're perfect. TikTok.
oh my god. Yeah, I'm just scratching my
You
head.
ready to wait? I'm ready to wait a billion years to
Yo,
evolve our
okay.
brain.
I just thought of this. I actually found this on TikTok. So
Uh-huh.
if you search up Illuminati backwards, it takes you to like this government site, bro. Like no, I'm dead ass, bro. If you do it right now, it'll take
Guys,
you.
do your research.
No, I'm not bullshitting you, bro.
Man, it's an adult. It's an adult movie website.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Bro,
The self-insert.
Like if you search up Illuminati like backwards, it'll take you like to this like I heard it was like a government like site, dude. Like I'm dead serious.
oh,
Bro, you see like what the feds, bro, just break.
that's
These
some
four know too much.
that's like some local.
They know. Or the two guys with black suits, bro. Have you ever heard of that too as well?
Oh, that urban legend.
Yeah,
That's where the Men in
bro.
Black the movie came from.
And then they had that thing,
urban
the
legend.
mind memory eraser wiper thingy. It was like you look at it,
That's actually cool. I'm not gonna lie.
but the the ability to like wipe your memory, man. That's scary. That's worse than like a lobotomy, man.
Well, what's interesting is that it removes a certain amount of memories in that. Like, there's like a certain time frame. Maybe it's gonna make you forget like a good 5 minutes. Of
See, I searched it up, bro, and it gave me this National Security Agency Central.
Did you even say .gov?
Yeah, deadass. Dad, I just did it right now.
This way, it's some adult website, bro.
You get scammed.
Yeah, it's like it,
You guys
it shows you OnlyFans but with a PH.
It literally says cybersecurity, bro. Like, what?
Man, it's like,
Hot chicks in your area.
bro. I can't imagine a government website with ads on it.
Oh my god.
Are you ready to impress your partner in bed again?
It's
And
like,
it's a lady with a suit pointing at you. Like, what the fuck?
it's
Are
like,
you ready to perform again at your fullest?
Dude, that'd be so dumb. Like, imagine you work for the government and you see in their sites there's ads. Like, what the hell?
want to break from the ads?
One click away.
One click away.
Only $5 a month.
Only $5 a month.
There's that one porn ad that usually plays. It's like, hey, are you watching porn by yourself? You ever see that?
Oh yeah, speaking of, they actually banned Pornhub from Instagram. Yeah.
Like the Pornhub account?
Yeah, dude.
F in the chat.
I mean, it makes sense.
They did.
Like,
they did.
Like, I mean, it's against. I mean, it's against Instagram's policy to promote nudity on it, and like Pornhub is associated with
True.
The government said so.
by association. But you know, the models are there are on Instagram, so I mean that's not stopping
Man,
them.
the strip teasing, man.
Oh.
It's all psychological.
It was like you
warfare.
see on their on their bio it says they're models. So unless you know where they come from, then you know.
Or as you could say, they're actors.
And it's like,
Like that one scene in Family Guy. Stop, you're under arrest. Remember that scene?
Oh, yeah.
Stop, you're under arrest. You're doing prostitution. No, I'm not.
We're filming.
We're
Oh, yeah.
you know, like, remember, kids? And then it cuts to the scene of Church of Jesus Christ. Like,
oh my god, dude, that's some weird stuff, man. Actually, you know, earlier today I was actually watching YouTube, and it just so happened on my autoplay it just showed this. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of this. This was a show that was on Adult Swim for a while. It's called Moral Oral.
Oh yeah, I remember
I
that.
think
yeah.
so.
Dude.
It was actually a pretty
So-
dark show, man. My
Dude,
goodness.
Moral Oral was super dark. Like it's like it's about this kid and he's trying to be religious, right?
But his
like-
family's stupidly dysfunctional, man.
Yeah, it's like the representation of a family, a broken down family, if you will.
Oh god, dude, this looks scary.
Yeah, it's like it has claymation and everything.
Mhm.
I like this picture, bro.
Is
It's
it?
him standing outside a church. Is that the show?
Yeah, that's the one.
Why is he outside a church?
Don't worry about it.
No, that's the thing. The setting takes place in the town called Moral Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, Moral Town,
I think I
USA.
gotta watch it.
And like the people inside the community are supposed to be religious, but they're not religious.
A lot of the people in the community are stupidly hypocritical, man. My God.
Dude.
It's a pretty surreal series, but it's a fun watch, and I recommend it.
So it's like the
Yeah.
same thing with like that horse guy, like
Oh, BoJack Horseman. BoJack.
because it's like dark too as well. You know?
Yeah.
It gets deep later.
Yeah, BoJack Horseman is definitely one of those cartoons I would recommend watching because it also has a dark tone under it.
Robot chicken.
Ah, yes.
Bro.
Parodying everything. Let's go. The best way possible to.
Twist it, bop it.
Zip it!
Oh, wow.
Zip it!
Oh.
Zip it!
Oh.
Have you seen the SpongeBob? Krabby Patties are made from crab meat.
it makes you wonder if how Krabby Patties are made.
Yeah, there's a dark theory too in SpongeBob, man. It's just crazy too.
I was actually, before I saw the moral episode analysis, there's a channel on YouTube called City and Trends, and they just did a theory about rock bottom. Yeah, so basically, rock bottom, right? You know that one episode where SpongeBob and Patrick go down to rock bottom,
Yeah.
and like the fish in there they talk
Yeah.
like.
Oh yeah.
Yes. Right?
Yeah.
So apparently this because where they're from, right? They're in the Bikini Atoll, right? And you know how it said that there's nuclear radiation coming from there. Rock bottom was essentially the place where most of the radiation happens in that series, and it is said that because of the radiation, it's part of the reason why the citizens there have weird looking eyes.
Yeah.
And they also they're also glowing to as if to emit radiation. But the theory gets even darker than that because it turns out that the citizens that stay in rock bottom are dead.
True. Yeah.
And I thought about it and I was like, that actually makes a lot of sense. Crazy, but it does make a lot of sense. Oh.
Makes you think now, huh?
Yeah. It's a lot to process right there.
Yeah. I was like, SpongeBob theories are a whole different breed.
Now it clicked in my head.
Huh?
'Cause you know in the SpongeBob movie where they sing "Now That They're Men,"
Uh-huh.
that's them going down again to rock bottom.
Oh,
Right?
Wait.
Right? And then you saw those like these guys right here. They look like the same people from rock bottom.
Oh.
Right?
Okay.
Oh, what the hell?
Now, right? Like thinking of it, the SpongeBob movie when they sang that song "Now That They're Men,"
Oh.
and then you saw those like guys in the back, right?
Damn, they actually had the balls go down there.
Yeah, they went back again to rock bottom.
Oh man. Bro.
Yeah, right.
What?
And that's like fucking with you now. It's like,
Oh.
because there's that one with one eyed, and then there's a one eyed character here.
I just want to like pull back for a second because like we're good as we go into the SpongeBob movie. It's kind of interesting how Dennis is depicted throughout the entire the SpongeBob movie. Because like Dennis looks like he's really really tall, and then you look at him like throughout the movie, right?
He's like a regular. I mean, not regular, but it's like not that.
He's pretty small.
Yeah.
Like you see him like you see him trying to climb up David Hasselhoff's ass. It's like ugh.
That was a good SpongeBob movie, man.
Oh yeah.
Freaking Patrick. Just have to-
When that scene where they're about to die, I'm a Goofy Goofer. Goofy Goofer. And then they just fade away.
Dude. Goofy Goober theory was also a messed up one.
Or was it an analogy for a bar?
It was supposed to be an analogy for a bar. But
I mean, look, yeah, when
They were
SpongeBob
like
and Patrick,
wasted.
yeah, of ice cream, like.
so the theory was that the Goofy Goober was actually supposed to be a brainwashing cult to bring in children, and I was like,
Oh.
That's another theory. too.
that's another theory. Yeah,
Just ruining our childhood. For real. Have you ever saw the children's what do you call those? Like Jack and Jill went up the hill.
Oh,
Oh, there's a theory?
the rhymes, right?
The rhymes,
The nursery
yeah.
rhymes. There, yeah,
Yeah,
nursery
nursery
rhymes.
rhyme.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like backstories to it. Long
What's the
bridges
back-
fall. Yeah, that too.
The
Okay.
burning bridge of London.
what's the theory on Jack and Jill though?
So Jack and Jill went up the hill.
Okay.
Fetch a pail of water. Jack fell down and broke his crown. And Jill came executed.
Yeah.
Oh,
bro.
Dude,
That's
even Humpty
deep.
Dumpty, dude.
That's deep.
Ring Around the Rosie's
Ring around the road.
Ring Around the Rosie's fucked up,
That
man.
one is
It's
fucked
basically
up.
the Black Plague.
Yeah.
Ring around the
That's-
rosies.
What?
A pocket full of posies. Basically, posies are flowers that help make the body smell better.
Oh, what the hell?
Ashes to ashes.
Oh,
all fall.
yeah, bro.
They burn
Oh
the
my
bodies
God.
basically with the
Oh.
flowers on hand.
Dark.
Dude, what the hell?
Even Simpsons predicted the Queen's death.
I mean, that old lady's gonna die.
No,
anyway.
but like
Oh.
it was in one episode of Simpsons. It had the date on when she would die.
What
No, I think they should. Have you ever noticed like some shows shut down because of how like deeper they get?
Right.
Like regular show shut down. Like they just didn't continue. They just shut down
Why was that the case?
because they were going like more deep. Like they were talking about like time traveling, clones, and other stuff. Time.
So you're telling me that they got canceled because
Like they were just really
They're
getting
knowing
deep,
too
deep.
much.
Yeah, they know
Oh.
too much. You know.
But the Simpsons is.
Simpsons is still going, bro. They're predicting a lot of stuff, man.
you would think that the Simpsons would get canceled at some point, but it's like it's the longest running series. It's one of the longest running series out there. Like,
It's a
I,
pop culture icon.
it's like it's competing. The Simpsons. If we're talking about like TV show retention, like it's up there. I mean, SpongeBob's trying to compete, but like it doesn't hold the candle the same way it does against the Simpsons, man. Those guys have been long, they're longer than time itself.
Yeah.
Maybe
South Park.
Oh yeah, South Park.
South Park.
Integrity.
Oh,
South Park has a really like they have like some dark jokes and that.
I mean, people have been trying to cancel South Park for a
They
long.
can't, bro. South Park is just too good.
It's satire galore, man. You can't get mad at South
They
Park.
literally put a disclaimer at the beginning of the show, saying that it's a parody of certain things.
Carmen.
You will respect my authority.
Scanning for one of my favorite episode was when they had like a baseball tournament and all that, and,
Oh!
and Randy's dad was scrapping with every dad.
Was this the part where he was drunk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, he was willing.
You called that a hit?
He's like goes out of the middle of the crowd, just like takes off his shirt, and is like, "You wanna go?"
Bro, when he gets there, I thought this was a free country.
What team was that again?
Canada, right?
yeah. They're back there.
Bills is hoodie.
Oh
Dude,
man,
didn't expect that.
the
It was
weird.
a ginger.
I thought I always thought that Kenny was blonde for some reason.
I thought he would have like black hair.
Dude, what was it? One of my favorite episodes in South Park was when Kenny died, and
Kenny dies, bro.
Yeah.
Every South Park,
Alright,
he dies.
let me explain this one, because this is the part where Kenny wanted to get a PSP, right? and the guys wanted to bring Kenny back to life because he had the code for candy, right? And so like in this battle, Kenny is placed in heaven, right? And he's trying to fight the war against Satan, right? And so he was looking for the one person to control the golden PSP. Jesus was looking for the one person to control the golden PSP, and the only person that can do it is Kenny, right? And so Jesus wants Kenny to die, and Satan wants Kenny to come back to life.
I remember that. Yeah, I
I
remember
was like,
that.
bro, what episode is this?
At least he got the PSP for a while.
Yeah, I was like, it was the legendary golden PSP that can control armies, and I'm like, This was more insane than the scene where Jesus fights Satan in a boxing match.
Oh,
and you and you look at Satan, right? He's buffed up and everything.
Jesus is just like.
And it's funny because like the people bet against Jesus and wanted Satan to win, and so Satan loses the match, only to take the fight money.
Oh yeah, true.
South Park has its own rabbit hole. It's
Yeah,
got,
it really does. Yeah.
I mean, to the point where it even had its own game back in
Oh, yeah.
2017. The stick
Those
of
RPG games. and all
Yeah.
that.
the stick of truth was a nice one. This is an
So let's go.
Someone asked, "Do you believe God is real?"
I'm not gonna answer that.
oh
That's a little bit. Yeah.
In depth, yeah.
We're gonna start slowly turning into Neil deGrasse or something.
Near deGrasse
If you guys
Tyson.
are free on Wednesday, come to Bourbon Church.
Unless Skynet's asking that question. Who knows?
Perhaps. I like to think that there is a God out there.
Maybe. Who knows?
Maybe it's true. Maybe it's the Q.
Maybe.
God, the cue.
The Q.
Please don't turn me into a. Please don't turn me into.
You know the fun thing is when I watched that video, I was just drunk, so I'm just there like, what the hell is going on? Like, and then it kind of got more in depth. I was like, huh, this is interesting.
Bro.
That video actually sobered me up. It made me realize like, what the hell is going on? Like, is that really us?
So you're telling me the best way to cure drunkenness is to watch that video.
Ah, dude, yeah.
Something grotesque and strange.
All right. Well, I think this is definitely a good time to end our podcast. It's definitely got a lot longer than usual. But again, this was we had some pretty good talks going down the stream. I just want to take time to thank again Mike for joining in on the podcast. Again, if you guys want to check out his content, he is up on YouTube. That's Mellow Mike 670. If you guys want to check out some of his blogs, you should definitely check him out. Don't forget my boy Chowder. If you guys want to check out some of his content, it's twitch.tv/670.
Yes, sir. I'll be streaming Fortnite later, so
Yo,
come by.
And thank you again, Ragnazar, for joining us once again, sharing your thoughts, your insights, Matt. Oh, Milliner says he loves you.
I love you, bro. No homo. Don't drop the soap. We ran out, actually.
Alright,
What kind of soap? Dove?
Secret soap.
the secret,
soap.
not the secret choice.
No, not the secret juice.
Anyways, thank you guys once again. If you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure to check us out on YouTube. If you guys want to check out the replay of the stream, and if you're on YouTube and you guys want to check out some of our content on Twitch, make sure to follow us on Twitch. Anyways, before we end this stream, is there anything you guys want to mention?
What do I want to make?
Yes. You guys should watch Midsummer.
You want that?
Watch that movie, guys.
I
You'll question about life.
You're just gonna question stuff, just in general, but you know, it's a nice
I'll
afterthought.
leave you guys with one question. Does a straw have one hole or two holes?
Bro, you're not gonna make these guys sleep.
One hole.
Or does it?
Or do you?
Think about parallel.
Yeah, right theorems and all that.
On the next podcast, guys,
Wait, that's
we will be learning. We will be learning about shapes.
I am not. I don't know. I don't even know if I want to uncover it. This is a whole another rabbit
Some
hole.
galactic brain thinking right here.
Does it have water too? I don't know. But anyways, anything you wanna mention, Mike?
Yeah, I mean, just stay safe, guys, please. Also, mentality. That's another thing that
Yeah.
I always talk about. Not always talk about, but I always give my thoughts on being mentally strong. Positive too. So always keep that around. At the end of the day, it's all on you.
Yeah.
And also
Yeah.
enjoy life, man.
Yeah.
Enjoy it to the fullest.
Because you only have one. So YOLO. But not where you.
Yo,
hurt.
that was like Drake vibes, right? Like that's like
don't do
20
something that would hurt
2016.
yourself or other people around you.
And don't forget to pace yourself. Life can be fast, but you can also control the pace. So be patient.
Oh yeah. All right. So, ladies and gents, thank you guys again once again. We'll see you guys later. Stay groovy off and peace out. See you guys on the next stream.
Yo.
Yeah, pop.